there's so many skaters, so you see a lot of these guys. There's hundreds and hundreds of skaters, and a bunch. It's a community, you know what I mean? So like it's pretty tight that you get to have like a few of these blips from all these different communities, and then like their stories and what they have to say and their footage and stuff.
That's what I like to hear. Different stories from different communities.
Yeah, so there's like you got the whole Bay. I mean, I don't think you've ever had anybody from like the Fresno area, have you?
Not yet.
Those dudes, they're pretty heavy out there too. I don't know them or anything. I just like you just skating throughout the valley and skating everywhere. I know there's a lot of guys out there that are
in Fresno.
Yeah,
we'll have to check them out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to About That Ender. Sorry, guys, we were kind of chatting as we rolled in.
My bad.
Alex Lopez.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So we just watched your full part, just called Alex Lopez.
Yeah. It was not really for anything. Just a bunch of this one in particular was just a bunch of footage, old and new at the time, that I really needed to put out there just to kind of start the next chapter. So yeah.
All right. So the next chapter. Well, let's go back. Let's start at the beginning here.
Yeah.
Let's go. How you said you're 27?
I just turned 27.
Just turned 27.
Yeah, about May 7th, so a month ago.
What year were you born?
91.
91. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting to that age where I'm feeling old.
Dude, my heart's beating just thinking I'm 27. Like. I thought I'd be like 23 right now or something, but it's not. Next, it's gonna be like 35 or 40. Fast.
I turn 35 next year, and that's that's a little weird to think about.
Yeah,
like that's a little weird to think about 35.
Yeah.
All right, so where are you from?
I'm from Ceres,
California.
Yeah,
Central Valley. So if you don't know where Ceres is,
yeah,
you should visit it at least for the skate park.
Next to Modesto, it's right next. It's like touching Modesto, so.
Well, the skate park's sick.
Yeah, that's that. The skate park was designed by a bunch of guys in my neighborhood that they had just built a skate shop, and I guess so the city wanted to do something big for the town. They were saving all this money to do something. They just didn't know quite what. And I think Worski might have talked about it, but yeah, they built the skate park, and so they went and I think if I'm not, maybe I got it wrong, but Frank Harada. I think he's a skate park designer. He used to be an old pro skater. I think he's the one that designed Ceres. And so we had all these ideas, but he's the one that went and made it with the budget plan. So, I mean, to this day, I can't really think of a skate park where you can go and it's like all street. Like, there's 6 stairs, 7 stairs, a flat 4 double set, a replica hub, Pier 7. There's a big gnarly rail. There's a big hubba. There's and
then there's a little rail and
without that little rail, I would have never touched the rail. But
I love that rail.
Man, I used to have nightmares that someone would cut that rail out and what I would do, lose it. Yeah, but
so when did you start skating?
Okay, I think I started when I was about 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah, so
did your parents skate?
No, nothing. My first time I ever seen a skateboard, I was I really couldn't even go outside at the time. I don't think I just seen through the screen door. I heard this noise, clack 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 clack. So I went to my little screen door, and I seen this guy. He had it was a hot summer day, shorts, like a Thomas style, shirt in his back pocket. He probably was pushing Mongo.
It's the 90s.
Just smashing, and I just didn't know what that was, whatever he was on. And so when I went to the flea market, I used to go to the flea market with my parents and stuff. I'd be on my dad's shoulders walking around. Yeah. And then I seen it. And I just started going crazy, let me get that skateboard.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
You
were 4 or 5?
Yeah. And then he didn't want to get it. He was like, I guess he asked the guy in Spanish, how much? And he's like, $15, $20. And he's like, screw that. And I just started going crazy. And then, after an hour of me just crying, he finally, I guess the guy seen
I'll get it for
crying.
you.
Yeah. You see it? No, I think the guy seen me still crying, and he just, gave him he's like, dude, just give me $5. I don't want to see your kid crying. It's making me sad. Here. I think that's what happened, and yeah. And then there's even a weirder story, too, because, I think it was maybe, by that time, it was probably, just getting into wintertime, so I couldn't play outside. So I had it in the backyard, and it was just laying, just there.
Yeah,
and then so when I could play outside, like a couple months later, I went looking for it because I knew where it was at, And so I went, and like the backyard's all clean, and like it's not there. And I was like telling my mom, I didn't even know what it was called. Like, where's this thing at? It was right here. It's like it's got like a thing, like trying to describe it.
Yeah.
Oh, ask your dad, like, Dad, where's this thing at? Oh, ask your mom, like, oh, I guess we threw it away, like, and
because it was wood, it was probably
they just thought I wasn't gonna use it. It was in the mud and stuff, and I flipped out. I was like in depressed mode for like a week, like crying. My birthday was coming up, so I didn't really skate, but it was like my birthday was coming up, and I was probably turning 5 or 6 or something. 5, I think 5.
That's what you wanted.
And then they got me the skateboard, like a little Walmart skateboard, and I was. Fuck the water slide, fuck the fucking whatever fucking twister game I got. Like, it was just the skate. Fuck those clothes.
Yep.
I just only used that skateboard.
At like 5. At 5, were you like full on pushing or?
Oh, I got the skateboard and like, I just stood on it or something. Honestly, it's kind of cloudy. I don't remember.
Because you were 5.
I just know for a fact that when I started, I didn't push Mongo at all. No one told me how to push. I just stood on it. I just kind of figured it out. You just figured it out. Yeah. Like, I seen the guy do it. So I was just like, I fall, get back. Hopefully my mom didn't see, get back up, like skate it, try it, whatever. And eventually I got like a little push down, I'm guessing. And then I'd have like my friend Scott, I had like little like neighborhood friends, like my friend Scott, he would come over and he would like, so it was more funner when he would come because it would be like, oh, like I was a little bit better, because I knew how to push. So I'd tell him like, oh, try it. And then he would go and he'd just eat shit and fling the board out and he'd make it flip. And like, I fell in love with that. Like, oh, how'd you flip that? Yeah.
Scotty's here in the studio with us,
yeah.
just so you know.
So how'd you flip that, dude? How'd you flip that? He's like, oh, and so we were just literally like, what got me into skating was flinging the board and eating shit.
Yeah, that's how we all started.
Yeah, just literally like it was. We'd get a laugh out of making that board do something, and then so that was.
Even the people who were like shown how to appropriately do it, they were still just flinging the board.
Yeah, well, this was okay. So this was what 96.
That's still how I skate, actually.
Yeah,
that's how I skate to this day.
Yeah, this is like 97 maybe or something. So yeah, and then eventually, so what really set it off was after a year or two of doing that, I must have been like 6. So maybe a year, this other like this dude must have been like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. He was an older kid. He moved across the street. His name was Matt Norton, and this guy like I'd be outside, just standing on my board, and he would be out there. He just moved in. He would be with his cousin. He would set bricks on wood and like launch over all these bricks with his bike, like 10, 15, I don't know, 20. I remember he counted like 17, 18 bricks. I was like. Some X Games shit, just launching, like, what the fuck? And then he'd bring out a skateboard, and he'd be doing all these kick flips and, like, set up ramps, too. Like, he had this, like, ghetto rig stuff out. So, like, I'm watching this across the street, and, like, I'm hoping he would be like, hey, like, come over here and come skate with me or something, I'm just sitting there, like, just watching, like. And then I think after about 3 months of that, like, told my mom, like, Mom, I'm gonna go across the street. Like, look, you can see it through the kitchen window. You're gonna be doing the dishes. Like, I'll make sure I'm from here to here, and you could watch me anytime. Like, I will not leave your vision from here to here. Like, I'm just going right. You could watch me across the street. You could even cross me if you want. Like, all right.
Like, how old were you then?
Oh, this was like you got to think. So you got to think. This was 7. Like kidnapping days. You know what I mean? It was a big
kidnapping days.
No, like it was a big deal. At least in my neighborhood, like in that era, at least in my neighborhood, it was like, watch your kids. Like, there's a lot
of... you're talking about like the late 90s?
This was mid-90s, maybe.
Mid to late 90s.
Yeah. So,
it was the kidnapping days. We were...
at least as a kid...
But I was in high school. We were in high school then.
Yeah, so like, when I was a kid, like, my mom would emphasize, like, the fuck out of that shit. Like, be careful, watch out, like... There's the story in San Jose of this and that, and I was like, she'd scare me, So I was like, all right, like I'm not going with no stranger, this and that, but I mean, someone could easily pick you up. Yeah. There was no cell phones or nothing, so like, for you to even get the message out that a kid's missing would be a pretty big task, It would have to go on the news, So now it's like, fuck.
Amber Alert.
Oh, it's so fast.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the subject of skating. He taught me how to, ollie. He showed me the ollie. He gave me my first video that we were talking about earlier. It was called 4-on-1, Best of One. And I, like, watched that video. I would, like, take my board apart, clean my bearings, put it back on, like sand my board down, like, do whatever. Like, just strip my bolts because I did it so much, because I just loved skateboarding in a I don't know. It was weird. Like I wasn't into anything, like really, you know. And it's not like it was pushed onto me or I found it on my own, you know. And I don't even know what drove me. It was just it was like literally love at first sight. Literally,
that's a pretty similar story for most skaters. Is they saw that one guy. You know, you hear that a lot from skaters. Where like, oh, as a kid,
was the randomest guy in the world.
I just saw this one guy.
I have these visions of me like skating to the store. My car just broke down, so I got to skate now. But you know, I'm skating to the store, and like I'll have this memory of like that dude skating, and I'm like,
you'll never forget.
Dude, how sick would it be if like
you ran into that guy?
No. Like, how sick would it be like if I'm just like some kid right now is at his doorstep like I was, and watching me push, and that's the first time he's ever seen this. And
I guarantee
he wants to skate because I was just passing through.
I guarantee you that's already happened to you.
I hope so because like
I know I can almost 100% guarantee that you have inspired at least one person in the amount of time that you've been skating and at the level that you skate at.
Yeah.
I fucking guarantee it, bro.
If I wish I could go back in time and meet that dude, but I don't. He was just some random, probably some fucking Okie dude or something, just some tweaker just getting from point A to point B.
Doesn't matter.
Dude,
he spread the gospel of skateboarding.
It literally like created my whole life, you know. Like I used to joke that like my feet were like more on my skateboard than they touched the ground. You know what I mean? Like at a certain age, I felt like that. Like
I used to say that all the time.
I'm uncomfortable on just my 2 flat feet. I need to be on a board.
I spend more time on my grip tape than I spend anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's how I was when I was in my teenage /20s.
Yeah.
Is even watching TV.
Yeah.
You just board is underneath you.
Yeah. And then like
your feet's just on the grip tape while you're chilling on the couch.
You figure out you're a weirdo too when you're like at school and you're like rolling your ankle or like you're sitting there and you're like, you know, you're like, why do you do that to your ankles? That's bad for your joints. Something. I'm like,
no, I'm warming up.
I'm just stretching. It feels good. I didn't even know
school.
I was doing that. You know,
I'm gonna skate after school. And I'm just working it out.
Yeah. But so I was one of those kids at school too, where like you would never know I was a skateboarder by the way I dressed or looked or anything. And then like in 7th grade, you see all these kids that had all like the sick fucking, you know, school clothes money and school clothes backpacks. They'd come with the Fulcrum backpack with the little strap. I never had a skateboarding bag. That was my dream to get like one of those little straps for the backpacks. And like they had the sick Osiris fucking D3s and the fucking DC shirt and fucking Mohawk.
Did you just say sick Osiris's D3s?
Dude.
Was there like another version of the D3 that came out that I didn't notice?
No,
that was sick? Because there's nothing about those that were sick.
I don't know if they were sick, but it was like no.
Everybody had them though.
Yeah, but it was more
not me.
It was more like there was a few of these kids that looked so like they looked like a straight skater, like, you know, like I knew they weren't. They were fucking phony as fuck. It was all whatever. But like me, I was a true skater, just wearing like a fucking regular striped shirt, collared shirt, like whatever, you know. And I'm like, you skateboard? Do you know this kid and this kid? Like he's a skateboarder. I'm like, he's not a skateboarder. He just fucking he has that shit, you know. It's
just because he wears DCs doesn't mean he skates.
Yeah, but like
and these days it's the Thrasher tee. You see somebody in a Thrasher tee and you think, you think, oh, it's a brother. Yeah, and it's like, wait, that guy doesn't skate.
You got to think. You'll see a Thrasher shirt like everywhere now, and you kind of used to like skate brands not being on skaters. But back then it was like, dude, like you didn't see Etnies or S. Like you may be seeing some.
Well, that's what I mean. These days is you see them, and from our generation, we instinctively think, oh, there's a brother. You see somebody in a skate logo, you're like, oh, I can talk to that guy. Yeah. And then you're like, hey, what's up? And he's like, leave me alone, bro. And you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or you're like, hey, bro, you skate? And he's like, no.
Oh, my bad. 6 shoes anyways. You're trying to tell him a story about their shoes. Like, you know, those shoes are so-and-so. And he's like, dude, I got these at fucking Ross or whatever.
Who's costing?
My bad, late, dude. You know?
What did you just say?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the brand of these they're called Costin Nikes.
Yeah, dude, he was my favorite skater growing up. I had all the Costin ones, like different colors. I had the Laker colored ones. I had like all that shit. The Costin 3s.
Yeah. Yeah, I was all about the K3s.
I couldn't find the Costin 2s though. I felt like they like made them and then stopped making them, and it was like
terrible.
Oh, what, dude? That was like the most exclusive. You could put the laces in 3 or 4 different holes.
They fell apart. Like I had 2 pairs of those.
Fuck.
And they were the worst.
Those were like the sick. They had the little reflectors on them.
But the 2 pairs that I had were the fucking worst.
Dude, the fact that you could put the laces where they would get ripped, or you could put them on the sideways, or you could have them the inside.
K3s were the best, dude, because they had the cover where you laced them underneath.
Oh, yeah, all the way up.
Yeah, the material went all the way up, and the lacing was on, like, the inside.
Yeah.
That was the most G fucking shit ever.
Like, yeah, I wish they made. I know it's never gonna be done, but I wish they would make a company that would like make those shoes like the old Thomases, the old this, the old that, the exact kind of same way or similar, just to release them in this like disc. Like that's the way it goes. It'll never work, but.
No, that company would.
There's
lose.
a couple.
They would
iconic,
lose money. Terribly.
There's a couple iconic shoes that I could probably see being worth like a couple thousand in the future, like the Mark Johnsons.
Yeah, but if they're remade, they won't be worth.
Yes,
they have to be.
Yeah, but if
just like the old Jordans, like if you have an old pair of Jordans, it can't be like a reissue.
But those ones are like super collectible, and like half those people that bought them didn't play basketball. Everybody that bought a pair of Mark Johnsons were skating them, and so like to find a pair that probably isn't.
Yeah, impossible.
Dude, it's
impossible unless they're like in the back of some like old dudes that used to own a skate shop, and he closed it and he put a bunch of shit in his garage, and there's like a few boxes left in there.
Dude, yeah, who knows if the rats probably didn't get to him by then, you know, like, dude.
Okay, so let's talk about sponsors. Like, let's go.
Okay.
So you've probably had a few.
Yeah. So I would want to say the first
the start one.
Yeah, the very first one I believe was so like I said, my friend Scotty would come over and skate. So I eventually got him into skating. And like he was, you know, I bought him a skateboard for his next birthday. So he had his own skateboard. We were skating, and through time he got pretty good. You know, he was right there with me. Like we were kick flips, pressure flips, Casper flips. You know, this new skate shop was opening up. I didn't really know anything about skate shops or any of that. You know, we just go to Copeland's or whatever. And so it was called Hooligans.
Hooligans.
Yeah, I used to do karate. So what I did.
Good segue.
Yeah, I used to do karate. You know, I go 2 days a week, and then right now it was like literally like two buildings. I could throw a football. Not at that age, but now I could throw a football there. You know what I mean? So it was right there. I'm like, oh, that's the skate shop or something. You know? And then so he came to my house one day, like, yeah, I went over there, dude, and they were like. Something like I had to do something like dude. I went back. They're like hecka cool. Like I think I'm sponsored. Dude. Like you're sponsored? Wait, like yeah. Dude. I go in the back of the counter and and like so like my parents were like pretty strict on me, so I could never really like leave my house. But he had like a lot of leeway, a little more leeway.
So you go hang out.
So like he was out there hanging out and shit, and then coming back and telling me these damn stories. I'm like, what, dude? I want to be like, I want to be sponsored.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Like I kind of got you into skating. Want to help me? Like, I want to be part of that crew. That sounds sick, dude. Like, can I go hang out with you guys? Like, yeah, dude, just come. And so, like, I went over there, and he's, like, straight kicking it in the back. They're all, like, giving him props and shit. And I'm, like, walking in, like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, it's a bunch of high school dudes at the time. You know, they look way older. But, I mean, it's a bunch of high school guys. Like, I'm I was in 4th grade. I think fifth grade.
You were like 9, 10 years old.
5th grade, yeah. So whatever age you're at that age, you know.
That's about 10.
And so, like, I remember, like, he was, like, skating, and they were skating out front, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go skate. And then, like, he had told me, yo, this is the guy I talked to. This is the guy I talked to right here. So I was like, I went and introduced myself, like, hey, like, check this trick out. Like, what's this trick called? And I did it's going to sound weird. I did a switch hill, okay?
In 5th grade?
Yeah, okay? So, and then, bam, and I was like, what trick is that? What trick did I do? He's like, oh, that was tight. That was a heel flip. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was first try, too. And he's like, oh, yeah, that was a heel flip. And I was like, kind of like laughed at it. Like, it was switch. Like, turned around, like, skated off. And I'm like, hopefully, you know, hopefully all was cool, you know? Like, they had a flat bar that was super tall. I, like, board slid to fake it on, like, the first day. And, like, so, I don't know if you recognized it, but, like, I did a line or two, like, a little bit of, the skate shop's actually in the background of that old video I showed you. When I was younger, you know what I mean? But yeah, so, but yeah, that was
in the Baby Hooligans video?
Yeah, so that's like the stepping stone of like, so it went from like knowing skateboarding with, my friend gave me that video, the 411, and then now that I'm walking into a skate shop, like brand, like, oh, I had CCS back then too. You walked into
the culture.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I got seeing all the shit on CCS in my face now, you know what I mean? Like there's the shit, oh, that's a zero board right there. Yeah, boom, 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 and all that shit. So, that's where it was like fucking... It was over.
Yeah, definitely. The first time you walk into a skate shop, especially as a kid, it's like, it is a different. It's just like a
these dudes are skater owned. They're like full, like I said, high school. Like just got out of high school and like running, like starting a skate shop, and like it was way ahead of its time. I remember it took a little bit to get up on its feet, but people were coming and buying, and so like the high school was literally down the street, and so we had all that all those kids coming in buying shit and like skateboarding. The skate park, like I said, we were pushing for that skate park. Or not push, the city was saving up money, and they came up to them and told them, we want to build a skate park. We should build a skate park. It's going to cost I remember the number, it was like $444,000. And so they finally got the okay with the budget and everything and then did it. And then, so our skate park was built, I believe, in 2002 or 2003, I think. 2002, 2003, yeah. And, yeah. So I literally skated that park like since day one.
All right. So then after Hooligans?
So Hooligans, right? And then I had so that was what, 4th, 5th grade we filmed that video or something.
That's crazy being like sponsored and shit, like filming in like sixth grade.
Let me tell you.
That's right. You hit me up and it was like 6th grade that you started filming, right? Like that was like the Bailey Hooligans part.
Oh, that was like 5th. That was before 6th grade.
That was before 6th grade?
Yeah, that was before 6th grade. So like I said, I was with these older dudes. And so they would be like, they had the lens, they were into Thomas and filming like it was like Skylar Ricketts, another shout out to Adam Cowell. There was another guy, Adam Cowell and Matt Sexton were the owners. They were like both like owners, so one would be there, the other one would be there. So like Matt Sexton was more of like the more the guy behind the counter business guy, and Adam Cowell was like the skater dude, like super good dude, like laser flips and stuff, doing impossible tricks, But fuck, I don't even know what we were talking about. So basically the point I was making is that these dudes were so good, like that, like I said, at 4th, 5th, 6th grade, all I had to do was skate, and these guys would film it, and they would they edited it, they did this, they color corrected it, they did whatever. So we made they made a promo video, when Zero Dying to Live, Worski talked about it. They made Dying to Live, had a little premiere for it or whatever, and so like.
So you were in the video that they were talking about.
Okay, we went to we seen ourselves on a big screen at the State Theater in 6th grade. Is that right?
That's the premiere that Adam was talking about.
Yeah,
that
in 6th grade, I was
together.
watching myself on a big screen TV with Sharon apart in a full promo video. It was pretty tight. It really like gave me this. I wasn't a typical 6th grader. I felt like
I thought I was cool because I was in the school play in 5th grade.
No, okay.
This fool was over here doing video premieres and shit.
One more cool story. My friend Scotty told me I forgot about this story. I wish we had the video, but in the opener, it's like introducing me,
Of the Baby Hooligans part?
Yeah, no, it's not in this one. It's in the actual video. I'm literally signing this girl's, like, you see me, like, turn around, like, the camera's on me, I turn around, I'm, like, waving, and there's all these kids and these girls, and, like, this girl's got, like, she's telling me, can you sign my forehead? And I'm signing autographs on all these kids with permanent markers. Okay, let me tell you the story. So we made the video, I believe. So there's a town, I live in Ceres, right? And there's a few surrounding towns. So the only towns you'll ever hear about is Modesto, Ceres, and Turlock, okay?
Yeah.
So there's a few other little, there's a town called Houston, Escalon, Oakdale. Oakdale just built a park. Yeah. There's all these other little towns. One of these towns, Waterford, I believe it's called. So they're so small that they have like a 4th grade through 3rd grade through 8th grade school, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole maybe even 1st grade, kindergarten through 8th grade.
Kindergarten through 8th,
maybe that's what it is. So they had a little thing, the school, where they said, we want to have what do you guys want to have? You guys could vote for what you guys would like here for us to put for you guys, and they all voted like a skate contest or something like that. So then the school was like, all right. So the school hit up the local skate shop, the closest one, which was Hooligan Skate Shop, and I was in 6th grade. Okay, I know this because I had to ditch school this day. And I had to tell my mom, like, hey, look, I'm ditching school. I got to go to another school, handle some business. So, you know what I mean? And so, look, she was down. I got to go do a demo. She was down for it. I just had to have, so, basically the
Mom,
school.
you got to write me a note to get me out of school. I got to go do a skate demo.
The school called the skate shop and said, hey, we want you guys to come put a demo if possible, if you guys would be interested. And they said, hell yeah. They said, okay, well, how much would it cost you guys to do this? Like, how much do we got to pay you guys to do this? And they said, okay.
You going to pay us?
So you want us to come over to your school and set up some stuff and skate and then hold a contest for you guys? And they're like, yeah. And they said, we'll do it for free. Just if you're down. Yeah. So we showed up one day.
No. It's going to cost us about $4,000.
Yeah. So we showed up. I mean, shit, they must have been. So I'm guessing because I think it was a nice event that had a lot of food and stuff, and it was pretty sick. So that we had a contest from the 4th graders had its own, 5th graders had its own, all so on and so on. And we had like a box, a little flat bar.
Were you skating in this contest?
Of course. No, so no. I was skating around. I was not skating. It was only for the people at school. I was
gonna say that's.
It was only for the people at school.
If you were doing switch heels,
so
and
shit. So while we had all these boxes and rails and flat bars and stuff, not one kid hit anything. It was all just like this, like walk the dog, like put it in primo, like do a little Casper. Like I'm sure kids were practicing or something because, surprisingly, there was probably like, I'd say about 10, 12 kids in each grade that they would sign a thing and like get their parents' permission to skate. You don't have to wear a helmet or nothing, right? It was no helmet or nothing, and they were just skate they would do the little whatever those tricks are called, just
that would never happen today.
No, maybe
no helmets. And
no helmets. But that was pretty crazy. That was real crazy. That was 6th grade. There was one kid in 8th grade in the 8th grade section that I think he tried to board slide the rail. Maybe he was doing double flip. He tried to double flip. He attempted a double flip on flat. He got first.
Damn.
Yeah. That was 6th grade. So going into that, my bad, off topic. So another sponsor of mine, like I said, 6th grade was a pretty heavy year for me. So I'm in school at 6th grade.
6th grade was a pretty heavy year for you.
Yeah, so I'm in, because I was flashing back to I was in 6th grade. There was a PE teacher. I can't even remember his name, okay? But so my dad had a friend at the flea market, a different flea market. I'm older now. So there's proper skateboards and stuff, but I would go buy a skateboard or two or whatever, or some wheels, It was instead of driving all the way to McHenry out of town to get your stuff, you could get it right here locally, in your backyard pretty much now. So I'd go and get some stuff, and he gave me a sweater. He was selling web trucks at the time. Have you heard of web trucks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm that
you're
old.
Old. My bad.
I'm that old.
So web trucks and all this other stuff. And I got the web trucks, and, he gave me I bought a web truck sweater or something.
Yeah.
So it was cold. I would wear that for I ended up wearing it one day at school. Like I said, I didn't have no skate gear, but I had that little. I think he must have gave it to me. It must have been too small. It shrunk on him, and he gave it to me. It fit. So the dude recognized it. He said, "Dude, you skate?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, you know what web trucks are?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm riding them." He's like, "No way, dude! Can you kickflip and stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah." Dude, my brother owns my brother, I used to skate, and my brother skates, and he owns a skate company. He was gonna go pro a long time ago, but he didn't. But he started a skate company, and he actually sponsored. He actually sponsored the guy that invented, he rides for web trucks. He invented the Smith grind. Mike Smith. So that's how he knew about web trucks, and web trucks was deep with them. It's I'm guessing like Thunder is to or like Deluxe is to Frisco, web trucks in Huntington Beach maybe or something. I don't know. It's from Huntington Beach, but he was tripping that I actually had that sweater, and so I was like, yeah, I got a video, we made a video or whatever. He's like, what? Yeah, here. We gave him a copy and he took it. And then you
just had a copy on you.
No, I had to bring it back,
in
so
PE class?
next week. So that was we were doing we were doing kickball that week. So the next week when we were doing flag football is when I gave him the tape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that would have been funny though if you were in gym class. I got a video right here.
Yeah, and nowadays time it would be possible. But back then I didn't have.
Well, now you just pull out your phone and show it to him. Hey, watch this video, and be send it to him.
I got another crazy story about that.
Just touch your phone to his, and I got another
dude. So I gave him it, and then yeah, sure enough, he ended up getting my number, his brother, and he called me, asked for my address and stuff, and dude sent me a box of 5 skateboards. I was tripping.
The dude's brother?
Yeah,
your gym teacher's brother.
Yeah, that's the owner now.
Saw your video.
Yeah, which is the owner of it's called Dog Drill Skateboards, and so he started sending me boxes just once every 6 months, 5 months.
This is middle school.
6th grade.
6th grade.
6th grade.
6th grade.
6th grade. So before this, it was I've been skating for so long, and I could never break a skateboard, right? Let me go back a little bit.
Well, dude, 6th grade, you weighed what, 80 pounds?
Exactly. But maybe not you because you were probably a bigger kid. But me,
what is that supposed to mean?
I still can't break it means I still can't break a skateboard to this day. I haven't broke a board in probably 4 years.
I was a bigger kid. Wait, let's go back to that.
So look, when I was a kid, I the only way I can get a skateboard is if it broke. Because if it was chipped up, they didn't get it. It still works, and I can't, it's just chipped. It's going to chip.
They don't understand that it doesn't work.
Yeah, so I would have to, set my board backwards like this on some bricks.
Jump on
it, and break it.
Dude, I did that once.
Mom, I broke my board. Like,
my mom was the same way. I did the same thing.
Yeah, one time it backlashed on me and I didn't get one for like 3 months. So I was like, fuck.
Same story to me because my mom was like, you broke that yourself,
but
didn't you?
I mean, like 75% of the time it kind of worked. I had a new legit blank CBS or something before this. So like now that I had these boards, I was like fucking hyped. Like I don't even got a fake breaker board. Whenever it's time to change one, it's time to change one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I still got my first board I ever cracked. Like I didn't fully break it, but I cracked it. It was a dog drill.
Yeah.
And I saved it and I rode on it and everything. And it's probably like the only board I still ever broke to this day.
My first one's up there. The grip tape.
Oh, you're.
Yeah, but I only have half of it.
See, I don't feel like a weirdo that like I want to throw. Like there's times I'm cleaning my garage or doing something and I'm like, fucking throw this thing away. Like
that board is from 1994.
Yeah, damn. God damn.
1994, bro.
Oh yeah. With the was it a slick at least?
It was a 0.
No, it wasn't a slick though.
No slick.
Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like my first real skateboard. Was a slick.
Well, those were Santa Cruz's, weren't they?
I don't know. It was a blank. So if Santa Cruz made a blank, I don't even know what kind of board it was. I know it was. So like I said, I went to karate. There was this one of my instructors who was like, older. He had a skateboard, and I guess he fucking ate shit on it and just never used it. And he heard I'm a skateboarder and stuff like that, and like he thought it would be cool to give me his skateboard.
Yeah.
And like I told you that story when I met Skylar when I was like 7 years old. Like his first, like when he seen the skateboard, he was like, "Oh, nice wheel bearings." Like that's how small. Just to give you an idea how small these. Oh, the camera's right there. They were like 39 millimeters, man. If a bearing is 38 millimeters, the wheels were 39. That's how small these wheels were.
That's what I ride today.
On Indies with a slick board, it was a slick board, and it was like the sickest thing ever because it was the first time I had like the grip with the sparkle. It wasn't
I'm pretty
the cheap
sure.
Walmart
I'm pretty
shit.
sure that was a Santa Cruz thing. Where they had the Santa Cruz slicks.
Fuck.
And
I never would have guessed it or knew. I just knew it was blank, and it kind of looked like if you were looking through water, like it was like
they had like an enamel coating on them. Yeah. They had like a pearl in it.
It was green. It was the green one. Whatever size the green one was. They still
have them. In fact, I just photographed one the other day. It was called they're called Everslicks.
Oh, yeah.
And but I think that's like the same formula.
Yeah, the slick board.
Yeah,
they made a bunch of different like slick, and then it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it was a Santa Cruz slick. And back in the time frame that probably there weren't very many board companies out.
No.
Back then.
No, not really.
10 of them that'd be on the wall. If that.
Yeah.
Now there's like, even now there's
New
really
Deal,
not
I remember New Deal, 18.
Not really that many.
18 was pretty sick whenever I was like just getting into skating.
All right, so we're gonna
blind.
Oh wait, actually, hold on. I don't think we ever finished. You've been going on tangents because I know you have some other sponsors that you haven't talked about.
Oh yeah. We're getting into sponsors, huh? Okay, yeah. So
that's
sponsors.
what I asked you originally.
So then, Hooligans. So like when Hooligans opened up, like Mainland was just cracking too, and we were like not flunking with Mainland, but it was like the Mainland dudes were all fucking like the coolest dudes ever, and they were like amazing skaters. Yeah. Like Modesto was way ahead of its time. You know how Worski was saying, he talked about how like he had a skate shop and I don't know if he got sponsored, like the skate shop in Turlock. There was a skate shop in Turlock that closed down. Yeah. All those guys went to Mainland. Okay. And then we were the little group in Siri starting out. But like the Mainland dudes were stacked though. They had like heavy hitter skaters and stuff. And we had to go to Copeland's. So we ended up getting sponsored by Copeland's after when Hooligans shut down. We went to Copeland's, and then Copeland's happened. Fast forward, let's see. So now I'm about like 14. What other sponsors did I get? I didn't really get any sponsors growing up. Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
That's the one that.
So we're going way ahead now. So
because I mean, you didn't really have much in between.
I had gotten sponsored later on by Kingpin Skate Shop. Yeah. And then through Kingpin, kind of got on. Not really, but like a flow. It was like a DGK flow.
Shop flow.
Yeah, for Kingpin, DGK shop flow, whatever you call it.
That's pretty standard shop flow.
It wasn't.
That's pretty standard
crazy.
How you start.
I don't really call that a sponsor though, because it's more like.
No, that's them testing.
They had to sell the boards,
Yeah, that's them.
I don't really. Yeah. So.
Just testing.
Yeah. So like it was just more weird to me. Now what? Okay. Fuck. See, I'm just having little brain farts. So through Kingpin Skate Shop, he was starting a company, and then he had a friend that was started. So he was starting a wheel company called like American Icon Wheels.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It's like a skate brand now.
Yeah,
it's like a clothing brand now. Yeah. It kind of was a wheel company. So that was like the jump start of things.
I rode some of their wheels. I think pretty sure because they came in and gave us like a bunch at Epic, and we all tested them out.
Yeah. So through he had a buddy that was like, oh, you're doing a wheel company, like I want to do a company, let me do a board company. And so he was like, you know, I like your rider Alex, he seems pretty cool, like you think he'd be down to ride? Like, hell yeah. So this guy would come up and like you know, I got to get to know his name was Darnell, Jason Darnell. And he started making a board company. We're coming up with names, and he's texting me back and forth like, oh, what should we call it? What should we call it? What's a good name for the company? I'm like, I don't know, dude. And he's like, how about the company? I was like, the company? He's like, yeah, the company. Like, the company skateboards. I'm like, all right, whatever, you know, like, just, I thought he'd find a better name by then, like,
it's not like a bad name.
A week later, it's still like, oh, what do you think? He started having prints of it and everything, and I'm like, dude, he's really doing this for reals. And so, like, he would ask me, like, okay, test the boards out, try this board, try that board. Nah, I don't like this board, okay, boom, like, word on the street is you need to get, like, those bareback boards, like the DGK boards, the anti-hero type boards, all that stuff, and, sorry, I was getting a little thirsty. So I got him to get those boards, and he's like, man, it's going to be expensive, but if you say they're good and it's worth it, like, I'll even, you know, he did the whole 9 yards with it, and it was back before, like, the wood started spiking.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember what year this is. This is probably when I'm, like, 17, maybe. I think I was still in high school. About 17.
Early 2000s.
Yeah. And then he, you know, I literally seen this company start from an idea to, like, it was legit. Like, it was tight. Like I was having boards. We had a little small team. Like, this dude was traveling. Like, you know, we were really, like, it was, I really think, like, it would have been something really, like, something similar to pizza. It would have been similar to, like, a pizza skateboard.
They're not around anymore?
No.
Because I remember seeing I remember they had their boards on the wall at...
Epic. They had them at Epic, I think.
I saw him at FTC in Sacramento.
Yeah. So, like, he would use me sometimes. So, like, I had a few, you know, just being a skater and stuff. Like, I was kind of a little, you know, talker. I like talking to people, out of town people.
Yeah.
A lot of skate shops kind of knew my face and knew me. So, like, I would go to different skate shops and be like, hey, you know, hey, I'm starting, you know, I'm sponsored by this company. You should put these boards, they're good boards, or this, that, you know. And so they would be like, oh, Alex, I know you. Oh, it's going to help you out. Oh, boom. And so they would get them, and they were good boards. So when people would ride them, they were like, oh, shit, this board's good. Like, bam. So, you know, I did that for a few shops. Like, you know, there was one in Sirius. I went to Street Science, got them in there. I think there was, like, another shop I went to. Might have got him in somewhere in Sac or something. Or he lived out in Sac, out here. I forgot we're in Sac. But he lived out here in Sac. So he had his little connections, too, you know. So it was real sick. Like, I had, that's what I'm saying. I don't really count DGK as a sponsor because, like, I had so much involvement with, you know, the company skateboards.
Yeah.
That, like I was really a part of it, you know, and, like, we ended up having, like, so in that time I was filming in Sac a lot with Alan, you know. Alan Hannon. Mm-hmm. We, you know, like, we were filming a lot, and, so footage, like, I was trying to save all my footage to film a good part. Like, so I was trying to stack all my good stuff and use all my other stuff for, you know.
Yeah.
I had American Icon and the company, so it was real hard to get footage for both of them.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm out just trying to get just one banger and it takes, like, a fucking week, you know. So there was, like, you know, difficulties in footage and this and that. And then, like, I was a little bit, like, we weren't on the best terms. But, like, I was so deep with them. And then all of a sudden I went to a Frisco trip, and then ended up, you know, by then I think Alan was ready, like, starting to film big name skaters. He was with Josh Kalis and Matt Miller, and we randomly, like, ended up meeting up at the library. You know that spot? They used to have the Gap.
Oh yeah, the SF library.
Yeah. So we met. You know, I ended up meeting up with them there, and he was, like, filming them, and then I was, like, kind of just doing my thing, and then he ended up seeing I was getting something almost, so he started filming me because they were done. And so, like, he started filming me. They're just sitting there watching. I ended up getting a line that's actually in my Bangin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's the line at the library where I do the switch big heel.
Oh, and then
the big flip.
Yeah.
That day, like, if that footage kept rolling, like, Kalis comes up to me right after. And is like, dude, like, that was sick. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this dude's right here. And he's like, yeah, dude, like, what's your name? Like, da-da-da-da. Like,
right here.
Yeah.
Switch big heel
they're in the
down
background,
the first set.
Yeah, they're, like, in the background. Matt Miller just got a line or something, and then, I did that. And then, like, when I land it and I, like, give props to Alan, like, Kalis is already like, oh, what's up, dude? Like, what's your name? Like,
hell yeah, who are you?
That was dope, man. Something. I'm like, whoa, what's up, dude? He's like, yeah, like, do you have any sponsors? I'm like, I'm hella like, you know, loyal. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sponsored by the company Skateboards and this. And he's like, oh, well, like, what about shoes or something? Like, we got to get you on something. Like, try to hook you up with something. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, yeah, shoes maybe could work. Like, for sure. Like, yeah, anything. And then, like, my homie Alan, he's just like, fucking, what the fuck? Like, he pulls me aside. He's like, dog, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Kalis wants to get you on some shit. Like, fuck all that other shit. Just
go get on some shit.
Go get on. And, like, he, like, oh, I hella didn't see that. My bad. Like, so I started telling him, like, yeah. And I think he might have just got on DGK, you know? So, like, it was right around that time where he left Alien to DGK.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he was like, you know, I guess I gave him the word for DGK or something. And then so, like, it's like, oh, yeah, send some footage over, you know what I mean? And so, like, he's like, all right. So I was like, yeah, I'm filming for this video or whatever. I got some footage stacked, you know, like, I'm saving some footage, like, here's some clips. And I think a lot of it is most of that part, you know, or some of this banging and most of the part we just showed you.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he's like, yeah, yeah, we'll get them shot flow or whatever it is, you know what I mean? But I think that opened the eye because they seen that it was all Alan, you know, like, oh, you Alan? Like, they were just kind of testing him as a film, and they got to see his work or something maybe. Mm-hmm. And then I think he ended up getting a job through KO right after that. Or not right after, but, like, it sparked, you know, it was like, people were recognizing his footage. Like, they weren't even tripping off my skating. I think they were more like, oh, you filmed this? Like, fuck, what's up with you filming, you know? And so, like, this dude went from, like, Alan went from, like, you know, normal filming to, like, like, you could have a job at this now. And that was, like, the ultimate goal for him.
Well, he's got a job at it now.
Yeah, he does. He's the sickest dude.
Like, and he's on with, like, Primitive?
Yeah, Primitive, I think.
And who else?
He used to do Super, I think. I think he only does Primitive. I don't really know too much. He's so busy, but, like, I used to have, like, that's some of my greatest times were with him. Like, I remember, the crazy thing is how I met him. It's, like, series, everything goes back to the series Skatepark. It's, I was 13. I used to wear a helmet. You know, I was a little kid, little helmet, just riding around. I had that little rail we mentioned.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was I was the king of that rail. I love that rail. So, like, I just learned heel flip front boards, kick flip front boards. I was, like, 12. You know, I was probably younger. Maybe I was probably even younger. But those SAC dudes came to town. It was I didn't even know they were from SAC. All of them were wearing LA hats, so I thought they were from LA. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So, like, I'm skating with them, you know, and after, like, an hour or two, we get to, like, shaking hands, like, oh, you know, what's your name? What's your name? Like, oh, where you guys from? Like, oh, we're from SAC. I'm like, SAC? What's that? Like, Sacramento. I'm like, where the fuck is Sacramento?
Where's Sacramento?
Like, oh, it's over here. I'm like, oh, you're not, is it by LA or something? Like, no. Like, we're over here. Like,
no.
Like, oh, I'm way lost. All right. You're not as cool as I, you know.
You're not as cool as I thought. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
No. But in my head, like, they kind of presented themselves like they were like these, like legit.
SoCal cats.
Yeah. Like, not even that, but just more like on another level. Just by the way, they all dressed the same, like super sick, you know. But I ended up getting, I guess, Alan's number or something. He's like, oh, dude, like, yeah, like, what's, I don't know, somehow, right? Yeah. So, dude, like, 3 years later, I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden, like, I saved his number, and it was back, I didn't get a new number for a long time, and I think my phone would have got disconnected maybe 10 times in that time, reconnected, disconnected, reconnected. Then I get a random call from this number I have saved, and I forgot what I saved it as, but I knew it was, like, that group of people, and I was like, this dude he's pocket calling me, so I answered it, and I'm like, and he must have been drunk or something, I'm imagining, or something. He's like, dude, like, I got this, I know this sounds weird, but, like, I remember there was, like, you were, like, a kid, and you were super good at skating, like, do you still skate, dude? And I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I know who you are, like, I seen you guys skate, like, I remember who you are. It's like, you do? That's sick, all right, cool, like, dude, I just remember you were super good. Like, I live out here in Sacramento still, and, like, you should come out and skate. Like, we film all the time out here. I'm like, yeah, dude, we film all the time. Do you film, like, VX or something? Because, like, we film VX stuff if you want to film. He's like, oh, VX? Yeah. Mach 1? Yeah. Like, what, dude? This dude has the shit. Like, what? Like, fuck yeah. Right? And so, like, I'm filming at this time, we're filming, like, it's post go to sleep days now. You know what I mean? So, like, oh, man, I wish I could bring up another part. But there's
like 18 parts online, dude.
There's a Welcome to Kingpin part where I did my ender is a crook back lip at UC Davis.
Yeah.
That was the first, like, 10 minutes before that was the first time I met him since. And so, like, the story that happened was, you know, okay, he gave me that call. Okay, whatever, bam. And then we started kind of making these little trips, you know, go to UC Davis, go to SAC, go go to fucking San Juan. You know, we're trying to skate these pro spots. We show up there one day, we're trying to skate, and then it gets too dark or something, you know? Or like the battery died or something, and like Skylar at the time was trying to get maybe a front blunt kickflip or something, dude. It was heavy. It was way back in the day. He's been a heavy skater forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was a front blunt kickflip he was trying to get. And so we were going, and it got too dark. And I remember this dude. It's 7 months later, 6 months later, like this dude said he had lights, cameras, everything, generators, like, hey, I know this guy. I'm gonna give him. Well, fucking call him. What the fuck? Like, fucking hurry up. What are you doing? Like, fuck. Like, they're already like calling it like done. Like, he's bummed. You know, like fucking stressed. Just wants to get it. We just came out too late. You know. So I call him up. He answers. Oh yeah, we're at UC Davis, dude. Do you think you can come by? Like, try to get this trick or what? Oh yeah. I'm over here. Just give me like 45 minutes or an hour or something. So I'm like, hey, bro, he said he's going to come. Give him a, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, fuck, he ain't going to, you know, just like super bagging it, super doubting it. And then, like, sure enough, like, he calls me up like an hour and a half later, like, hey, bro, we just got here. You still there? Or, like, we're down the street. Are you still there? I'm like, yeah, dude. And he, like, walks up, and there's, like, 7 dudes. I had no idea who he is. Just dudes walking up, and I don't know
which one is.
Don't know who I'm supposed to talk to or what. So I'm just sitting there, and he probably don't recognize me.
He doesn't know which dude he's supposed to talk to.
Yeah, so it's like kind of fuck. It's like a stare down.
It's like a drug deal.
You might as well hear that. You know that little woo, like that little cowboy scene. It was just like that. Like we were ready to draw. They were ready to draw. It was just, you know what I mean? We're waiting for that little dust cloud to go. That little whatever it's called, tumbleweed to go by. You know, and first session, yeah. So he brought his lights, generators, fucking lit the spot up, got another angle of it. He was talking about how he was filming his he's a filmer now. Yeah. And I'm like, you're a skater though, right? He's like, no, I film, like I'm a filmer, like this and that. Like, you know, I was like, whoa, this is sick. And then so he had all this shit, and that's how we got into it. Like that's how we met him, you know. And then it was like sack trips all day from then on. Like we don't, because it was we would just like I think on that trip specifically, we like borrowed a kid because we knew he just bought a VX, and like we brought him on the trip.
Wait, did you just say you borrowed a kid?
Yeah, like what I meant is like, so like he would have never been on the trip only because he had a VX, and the deal was like he's not gonna film. We're gonna film with your VX, like to get this clip. Like we don't trust you with this clip because we're trying to get a banger.
So he's like the nerdy rich kid with the credit card.
Yes,
that you're like, you're coming, but you're paying for everything.
Something similar to that. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Classic.
Like it was kind of like we're gonna show you how to use the VX, but really it was like, dude.
But really, you're just gonna sit in the car.
Yeah, you're just gonna sit right there and watch. Like you have zero say. Yeah, if the camera even breaks, like
that's on you.
That's yeah. Yeah,
you let us take it from you.
Kinda. That's like at least that was like not the like maybe that was too much, but you get what I'm saying, you know. So it was more like we're trying to use whatever we can to get it done. You know, we're not gonna use a fucking GL2 or GL whatever. We're not using whatever. It has to be a VX, and there's like all ours.
Why does it have to be a VX?
It has to be. At the time, that was like the strict standard at the time for them. They were so strict with like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know how I had that little part I showed you? Like it's because these dudes were so strict on filming and editing and the way they like to have their. They were all about the like Thomas angles,
mainly Skylar.
Oh
right?
yes, and look at the way he goes from left to right and this to that. And
Skylar did talk about how he's like,
dude,
I pick my angles.
I don't want to say like, all right. Skylar,
dude, he fucking knows what he wants.
He could have been,
and he's good.
He probably could have been one of the best filmers. Like he could have got paid full on just filming. Well, as good as he is at skating is as good as he is at filming.
Because he's still trying to skate.
Yeah, I know.
So once he has that skater out of him, then he can start filming.
But like he was all about like studying videos. Like he would just sit. Like I remember when he first started smoking, he would just sit there and like smoke and like pause it. Like okay, how did he do that? Okay, what's going on here? Like oh, you see how he would find in the Thomas video. You see those sun rays? How he lines it up with the next clip. You see this that. Okay, they go left to right. The next clip right to left. All right, and then boom. And like there's so much details and like he would pick out like different. And then like I would be watching footage. And, like, I wouldn't know the difference in filming. And then I would be like, oh, well, is that clip filmed by the same guy? Well, duh, can't you tell? Like, obvious. And I'm like, I can't tell. But, like, then as you get older, you could tell, like, the color settings are specific. The angles are specific. The fisheye is specific. Like, you start to see all these details. And, like, you can leave an imprint on how you do things. And I don't know about editing. But, like, for sure filming, it was, like, that's what he would like expressed that a lot to me. You know what I mean? So growing up, it was all about like filming. Like that's why like I had all these little YouTube edits and stuff, because it was all about like just like the filming. Like I'll try to tell my friends how to film it and how to do this, and like okay, get it right here, okay, boom, from here, you know, like trying to mimic, okay, zoom it in a little more or something, you know. And it was fun because I had a lot of friends that were always down to be the cameraman. Like it was sick.
But it does suck when you're trying to skate and film at the same time.
Yeah, but I think a lot of skaters should be like that. Like they should be able to film and skate. Everybody should know how to set colors and do it. Not everybody, you know what I mean? Like think about like if you had a group of 4 homies and you really try to, like, I'm starting to realize it with like even Instagram. Like I got a friend, he films me and it's like real shitty, and I got Worski and he films me and it's fucking amazing, you know? It's all the same iPhone.
Yeah, but
so I try to teach him, and he's starting to get better at it, and he almost finds funness in filming it now better. Like, he wants to improve in his filming.
And that's good.
Yeah.
But I disagree with the fact that everybody should be able to film.
No, not in that way, but more like, how many times can a camera be pulled out and homie footage can be done, you know? Like, if we're sitting there at a skate park and we're just messing around, and like the guy that doesn't film that good, film this. You can mess up all you want. You know, I'm going to try to teach you, like, you know, and on the serious shit, it's only made for the legit guys, but you always sometimes...
Well, you're talking to a filmer here, so I don't want everybody to know how to do my job.
You could always use another angle, you know what I mean? Or like, it's always hard to find a guy that...
I have tripods.
You just need to be able to just know... like, you could set it up to where the guy just needs to know just a little bit, and you could trust him with getting a good clip, you know what I mean?
I do it all the time.
But someone needs to know how to set the colors. I don't know how to do none of that.
I set the colors.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And then I hand the camera to you.
But like, I wish someone
would stand over there and press the button with the red thing on it.
Yeah. I wish there was a school I could go to where like they would teach me how to set skate colors and stuff.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
YouTube.
Well, yeah.
Just type in, how do I...
Now, yeah. Back then it was a little different. But now, yeah, like I get it. You know, and you got HD now. It kind of sets it itself, or like it's real crisp. But like with the VX, I'm talking about like the VX time, where it was like real tricky, and Google wasn't really used the way Google is used now.
I do HD, and I manually set all my colors.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. See, so like the colors I know was like
I don't put nothing on auto.
Nothing on auto.
Nothing on auto.
Yeah.
Dude.
What about like, how would you do? Did you ever use VX at all?
I never owned a VX.
Because it's real tricky.
I have filmed a decent amount on a VX.
Yeah, so like where you would know where like the okay filmers to the great filmers would be like how the shadows would come in, and these guys would have to, these guys would be like, it was like a race car to them, shifting them gears. Like once you get in a shadow, click auto, this, that, boom, at the right time, boom. And, oh, did I click them up? Click them down? Oh. And like, you got the little rings that focus, and if you bump that, it goes out of focus. So like, for these guys to be filming some of those, it was like pretty incredible. Like what I was seeing and knowing behind the scenes, like it's pretty crazy.
Filming in general is a really difficult task, but filming skateboarding is like a whole nother animal.
Yeah,
because I film all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
I film all the gamut that I've worked on is pretty big. Yeah, all different types of projects. And skateboarding is something different.
Yeah, and like
angles wise at least, and
gear wise. I don't know if it's just me or not, but like I never seen bladers excel back then, like in the way we did, like bikers or whatever it was. Like I felt like skaters were super into the filming, super into the editing, super like core about the shit we did and like what we picked specifically. While like the bladers were kind of just, you know, like they didn't mind that like little like dad cam type shot, whatever you call those bro cam, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was just, here, pass the camera. Okay, who cares? Like just film it, bam. You know, like skaters really took a whole excel to just everything. The way we even make a video.
Well, it's in our nature because of how hard we have to work to get to the level that we're at in skateboarding. Yeah, the amount of work that you have to put in to just to be able to even skate a handrail, any trick, you know what I mean? But just even if it's just a board slide, the amount of work that it takes for that person to get to that point of being able to do that, creates a certain roughness of the mind. You know what I mean? A certain sharpness, but it creates the ability to handle rough situations. And you know
it trains you in a way that you could only get that experience from something like, I mean, there's not much you can.
Yeah, so it makes us look at everything.
Yeah.
In in every facet of whatever that is. You know what I mean? Because we look at it and we go, okay, so we understand in a logical, physical, our world that in a kickflip, if you flick your foot this way, it does one thing. But if it's a millimeter different, that makes the difference.
Yeah.
So we have to break it down to that molecule.
Yeah.
You literally, you know what I mean?
So going on something like that, there's a like I'm a type of skater where like if I see I could help, like if I see I could correct an adjustment on whatever you're trying, I'll like go out of my way and tell you. And like a lot of the times it would like kind of be like, oh, whatever, I know what I'm doing or something. But like some of the kids would listen to me, you know, sometimes, and it would work. And so they would like, I started getting this little niche, like, all right, like, I'll try it out with this kid. Like, hey, you know, you should try doing this. Flick your foot a little higher. Put your foot higher. Put your foot, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
And then like I see them get it, and they get the little smile. Oh, thank you, bam.
Yeah.
And so like I developed that, like I could kind of teach people how to, like a good skater, how to do a trick. You know, I don't even know how to I don't have to know how to do the trick, but I could teach them in a way. And then I would test myself every here and there. Like the other day, this kid was trying to switch big spin. And he was like trying it on flat and he couldn't get it. And I remember my first time learning a switch big spin, I never knew how to do it on flat, you know? But like my friend was like, oh, let's try it off the one block. So I was like, all right, it's a little ledge, you know, a little higher. Got it off, I landed it and I was tripping like, oh, more time in the air.
More time in the air.
Did it off like a little forced air size thing right after. Got it off that. Then I went to the sixth air. I ended up like after an hour or 30 minutes, I landed it and I landed a switch front big spin down a sixth there. And I was like, never even did this on flat. And I would always master a trick and master it times 1,000 and then try it off something.
Big spins are
And
different.
this was the one where it was like, you know, so then I started, you know, I remembered that. And he was trying them on flat. And I was like, if I would have learned it on flat, probably would have never did it down anything. No. So I'd tell him, don't learn. Like, you want to try a switch big spin down something? Like, you don't have to learn it on flat. Just try it. You'll probably get it. And then long story short, he ended up getting off this big 2-block like hour and a half later and was super hyped, you know what I mean? I was like I kind of test myself to see if I still have that niche of helping people do, you know, like good skaters keep doing better tricks, you know what I mean? Like
well, also a good skater sees the mechanics. And once you understand the mechanics in general of skateboarding, it's pretty easy to kind of dissect a trick. I mean, there's probably a dozen tricks out there that I've never landed. Yeah. But I could give you the mechanics of how to do it. And I could like flick it and not really like land on it, but show you kind of like, okay, well, if you got to, like laser flip is, I've never been able to land a regular laser flip. Like I've done some fakey lasers. Like
only nollie. It's the only one I've ever landed.
But I could instruct somebody to like kind of where to put their feet and the basic mechanics of getting there. Yeah. But I'd never done it before.
Yeah, and it's tricky too, because when you're doing when you're doing a trick, it's hard to see what you're doing wrong. But from a third eye's point of view, you see it almost right away. You're like, oh dude, you're so close. Just and then, move your foot. Yeah, and especially like me, I feel like nothing's really ever came easy on a skateboard for me. Like everything I've done.
I don't believe that.
The switch big spin that I mentioned right now was the easiest trick that's ever came to me.
See, he laughed too.
No, other than that, nothing's ever came in. It looks easy now after you see me do it 100 times, but like learning a certain trick, like it always took forever, and I always have to like mess up as much as you can before. Like I'll check every way to mess up before I finally get it. Yeah,
fail in every way before you finally succeed.
And so like when I see people making mistakes, I'm like, oh, like I see where they're at with it. Like oh, like you're on the right page, you just have the wrong idea, you know?
Do you ever get pushback from that, where somebody's like, dude, that guy's a dick. He's always telling me that I'm doing shit wrong.
No, not anymore. No, not like that. But it was more like usually like, oh, I know what I'm doing. You know, I know how to do this trick. But now it's like a lot of kids know like I almost think like they like when I do that. You know what I mean? Like I get a high. I don't like eating shit all the time. You know, I like to be the guy to watch. You know, like to watch someone progress. And if I can help you, like if you land a trick and you're so hyped on that, I'm probably more hyped than you that you did it, and that I had something to do with helping you out. And sometimes it takes like you had mentioned on the podcast, like a filmer having to know the skater and know how to push them and what buttons to push or how to work with them to get the best out of them. Yeah, you know that's why I think with like certain filmers I film way better with, or you know it's those same things. So I try to just do that just on the typical skate level, like. oh, like you want to have you a lot of times. Have you tried this trick? Oh no, try it. Yeah. It seems like I think you could do it. Try it. I'll try it, and then 20 minutes later, got a new Instagram clip, new trick. You know, like I like those are the little things I like. That I'll just be sitting there at the park just observing, and like I like to see kids that are hungry, and like I see certain kids where like I'm just so hyped that he's progressing. Like one kid, he was just trying to kickflip the 6, and he'd try it for months and months. He finally got it. Man, 2 months later, he's landing it down the double set already. And I'm just like, I see that hunger, and it just excites me. Like, I'll give him all my old stuff. You know, he's riding the raggediest shit. So I'm like, oh, here, you need some wheels here. Bam. You know, this here. I think I got an old board for you. Let me hook you up. And like,
you know where you would excel is in team management.
Yeah,
like
you know.
Like if you were a TM.
My future, like, so my future is what I see is, I think everybody's dream is to start a company. You know, like I know a few skaters that are, yeah. Well,
not mine.
Okay, maybe
not mine.
Okay, maybe you're right on not dealing with the business side of it, but like building a team and like you're right, team manager, like scouting. Like I see so much talent. There's so many good skaters that like there's specific things like I could almost see a skater and be like, he's gonna be something. Like I have that eye for like he's gonna be something.
That's what a TM is.
Like
all
I remember
about.
seeing Miles Silvis when he was a kid, dude. Like he was like literally a kid, never just typical. There was like 3 kids out here that were dude on another level. It was this kid named Issa. I think I'm saying it right. Issa. Okay, he had like a deep bag of tricks. There was Blue Turner, and then there was like the late bloomer was Miles. And he was just like I think even a little younger than them. And then I remember the first time I don't know who it was. One kid did a backside flip, and then he came right behind him and did a backside flip down that 5 stair. And dude, I remember the first time I seen his backside flip, I was like, holy shit.
Have you seen his switch backside flip? Because he does it down the
switch. I'm talking about like Miles. I'm talking about like Miles in 3rd, 4th grade, like small. Even then, it was so good.
Sauce.
So good.
Just
so
like
good.
He was born with steez.
Dude, yes. And like it was so natural. Like you could see it was natural for even as a kid. He was I knew he was gonna be something great. I just knew it. And I told like I thought too, like if this kid doesn't become something great, like we're all fucked.
We're all doomed.
We're all fucked because like that was sick. He's sick and he's at a young age. If he keeps at it, it's a wrap. Like it's a wrap. But what about Epic? Let's talk about Epic.
What about Epic? What do you want?
We never really got into Epic and like the stories. I remember Epic was like it was a pretty iconic time for me. It was one of the first indoor parks around here. Oh shit, I'm getting too close to this mic. It was one of the first like indoor parks around here. Yeah. And it was like the it made winter looking forward like a day to look forward to on a rainy day.
Yeah, you're like not tripping if it's raining anymore.
Yeah,
just go to Epic.
I remember I'd be out here and like a bunch of all the whole Sacramento would be like, fuck, dude, like we're over here at a hot spot, dude, like fucking 115 degrees outside, you know, and it's like seeing a post from Epic, like it's 115 degrees outside. 68 in Epic. Like, fuck, dude. We want to go to Epic, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, just teasing us. So, like, I loved summer days. Hot summer days would be good, but really, like, the winter, when it got dark early, it's just, like, full-blown advantage. And, like, dude, I learned so much shit there. And, like, dude, that contest.
You know when that place was the best?
When they had that contest?
No, midnight.
Oh, midnight?
When no one else was there.
Oh.
That was when that park was the best.
Yeah, you had to have a key though. Like, you guys,
I still have a key.
See, you guys.
I still have a key.
We were just out of towners, just pulling up.
I think I talked about that last week on our last episode. I was like in my little box.
So who was the crew? I just remember I would see you a lot, but I'd talk a lot with Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan.
So Dylan was really the main face that we'd see because like I mean, we weren't promoting weed, but like
main face.
You know what I mean? Like he would. Oh shit, you know, is it known?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So like we would just smoke, you know, and like so with him, so it was like I got along with. He was a younger crowd. I got along with him pretty good, so like I just always remember him, and I'd always connect with him.
It was like a prerequisite at Epic, like because it was like all the homies got homies jobs.
Yeah,
kind of basically.
Yeah,
it was like.
So
you didn't smoke, like you probably weren't around.
Yeah, so like
I would
always see him, and then so like we ended up. It was just a normal guy, and then like I think he like crept up on us while we were smoking in the back or something. He was like, "Oh, what?" And like we got cool with him, And then so he would just like hook us. I don't
You
know if he would
Dylan?
hook us up. Yeah. He would hook us up, or like we'd always just talk. Like I just always remember like going to him as like the face. Of, like, oh yeah. Like you get us. Oh yeah. Cool.
Everybody,
You know what I mean? But,
you ain't getting nobody in trouble these days. We all did that shit.
Yeah, but like I remember we'd have to watch out for like the when the older
the old lady,
the manager.
She was the owner.
Yeah, the owner.
She owned that motherfucker.
Yeah, we'd have to watch out for her.
Oh yeah, we did too, and we worked there.
Yeah, but those days, I remember Nigel just came back, and he'd like literally would show up, and he'd be there.
He actually, he used Epic to train for his first street league win. Yeah.
So we would go there, and I was really like that was like a real good time of skating. You know what I mean? Where I was like getting a lot of my tricks and excelling.
For us too, bro.
And he was there, and we had a session, dude. And I remember one time, like, I like nollie heeled it. It was a 7 or 8?
It's 8.
8. Nollie heeled it, bam. Then like switch heeled it, and like switch big spinned it. Then like switch big heeled it, and like nollie late flipped it, all at the same time.
Oh,
like,
he just got there too.
No, he was just getting. He was going back. No, that was me.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nigel. No, Nigel did all those tricks too.
No. As I was doing those tricks, I was hanging with like he was hanging like I think he got a vibe like this kid skated like
those were all his tricks.
So he like I would do like a nollie heel, then he would go and like nollie front nose the hub or something. Then I'd switch big spin, then he would like do whatever Nigel trick he did, and then I went and did like the switch big heel or something, and then like I was surprised how on it I was, and then like he would do another trick, and then I would do my nollie late flip. I remember nollie late flip because I was the one I landed for like that, because after I landed it, I went up and he gave me props, and then he went right after and just nollie heel front nose the hub first try, and then like I ran out of tricks. And like he continued on.
I ran out of tricks
with a kickflip back tail.
He's just getting warmed up.
Tail, big spin. Yeah, like dude, I remember there was like an expedition demo there or something. Yeah. And he I don't know if he knew, but he just happened to show up, and like it was like a Nyjah demo. That was an expedition demo turned into a Nyjah demo. Like we were just watching Nyjah skate.
Or was that a contest?
No contest.
Was that a
demo?
Because Nyjah was there a couple of times for a demo and a contest.
Yeah, I don't know, but that one contest though, those two, I don't know how many they put on, but that
oh, dude, we did so many.
That dude, the only one. How many have you done for money?
So many, dude.
Really?
Yeah, we had hella.
Damn, I got late on it. I remember there was one time, dude. There was one time we showed up, and Chewy Madrigal at the time, he showed up, and he ended up taking first. First place was $1,000. Second place was $500. Third place was $250.
That was the moment.
Okay,
contest,
so we showed up, right, and then.
Oh, I remember that. I remember.
Chewy got first.
Yeah, Chewy threw it down.
Like a G cash. Yeah. All right.
And he was shocked. I remember when he won, he was like, okay,
yeah,
cool.
You handed him a G, dude. Yeah. I got second. They gave me $750. We walked away with we were like trying
I remember, dude.
We were ready to like move out of town or something, like pay some rent on something. Like
we're rich. Dude. We never have to work again.
Dude, oh my gosh. Oh no, because it was second place was $500.
Bloods for everybody.
I got the best trick. I ended up winning the best trick contest too, so they gave me the $250. Right, so I was tripping. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, fuck.
I think that might have been the biggest cash. Yeah, I think that was the most cash that we gave out. But we had there was a lot of contests that were
because I guess like the dude was like a super big time baller. Yeah. And like the first time he threw one, he was like throwing out money.
He used to show up to contests.
Yeah.
And just hand out like $1,000 in
Yes,
cash.
That's what I'm saying. And like parents would come up to like the people throwing the contest like, hey, who the hell are you giving my kid all this money?
Yeah, like we had no affiliate. He literally just walked in and would hand
so they were like,
out.
So they just started giving away prizes. I was like, what fucking parent fucked that up?
What happened?
Who fucked that up?
Was he would, I think Jan said something to him, right? And then he would come in and instead of handing out a bunch of cash, he would damn near buy the skate shop out.
Yeah, he'd basically buy out the entire pro shop.
Yeah, like he'd come in and buy all the decks off the wall and be like, I'm just going to go give those away.
My best friend like that. Like, you could come do whatever
the
hell
you want. But then he would
want.
still give out like 100 or 200. Like he would he would call it the Momin board flip. where he would bring everybody up onto the 8th stair.
He'd do something like
and everybody would have to put their board grip tape up.
Yeah.
And he'd walk down the line and flip a board over, and if it had a Moment sticker on it, $100.
Yeah, some weird
$100.
Dude, some weird. Yeah, dude. I was like, I was like late on that, you know. And then even when I did find out, I mean, I'm probably gonna sound like a hater, but I didn't tell nobody about that.
I wouldn't either.
I was like, dude, I'm keeping this shit. Dude, someone would mention, contest, like, shut the fuck up. Dude, I'm gonna be mad, dude. Like, no, I need that. And then another crazy story. So like, I don't know which I did 2 of them. I got second place on both, but one of them, maybe it was the first one. Dude, I rolled the fuck out of my ankle. Like, to qualify, it was like to qualify, I rolled my ankle so bad. Last trick, I tried to switch big spin, and I think there was like a ramp. You know, they had a little kicker ramp on the side. Yeah. My foot might have landed on that or something. I don't know how to explain it, but like something happened where I rolled my ankle, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm done, like shit. And then so like I'm outside, like trying to like, I had high tops, choke my foot out, try to cut the circulation off, make it before it swells up. And then I had to skate again. So I'm like, oh, I made it to the final, shit. So I didn't even think I could skate. So I like did one kickflip, it hurt horribly on flat. So I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like I'm gonna try one trick and that's it. And then something about the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, as soon as it started, you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, I started pushing it, and it was just like Smith grind down the rail or something, and like this trick and that trick or something. And I was like, started right away a little bit, you know? And then I'm like, oh shit, you know? And then so like, I thought I did, like halfway into it, I was like, I kind of got a fighting battle here. Maybe I could like, let me see what else I could do. I ended up landing in the switch big spin or something too. And then I was like, all right, I gave it all I could. My ankle's done now. This is like 10, 20 minutes later. They're announcing the scores or whatever. I'm like, all right, yeah, first place, Chewy or whatever. They're like, but there's a tie for second and third. And I was like, no way. And they're like, I kind of hope it's me, but I hope it's not. You know?
Yeah, I don't want to skate again.
Sure enough, it's, how do you say his last name? Sean Blewett?
Sean Blewett?
Sean Blewett.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a young buck at this time, because now he'd smoked me out the water. But, like, he was a young buck at this time, and, like, they're like, yeah, you two got to do another skate off. And I'm like, yeah, another 5 minutes or something. And I'm like, dude, no way.
Dude, I can't even skate for 5 seconds right now.
Like, I'm trying to point to my ankle, like, ankle's blown or something. And then he's like Sean's hella hype, like, bro, like I'm hype, bro. We're like, we pretty much won. Like, and I'm thinking in my head, like,
that's a good Sean
I'm gonna
impression
embrace
right
this. You're right, dude. Like, we did just like, I think he's like, I ended up getting second, but I think because he said that, like, he's the reason why I got second, because I was already done. Like, I was about to just say, like, tap out. And he's like, oh, we already won. Like, it's tight, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Give me handshakes. I'm like, dude, you're so right, you know? So I, like, get up there and, like, all right, go skate. And I'm like, all right. So I'm, like, ready to throw it, you know? And then I start doing a trick, and, like, he does a trick. And, like, so we start kind of going. And then, like, I don't think he landed a trick for a minute or two, so I'm just doing, like, my cheesy little tricks, you know what I mean? And, like, they're starting to add up, and everyone's getting, like, a little, oh, like, oh, shit. So then all of a sudden we're battling, and it comes down to the last trick, and I ended up, like, landing my last trick before him. And then they're like, all right, yeah, you won. And I was like, I don't even know how I did this. My ankle was, like, sprained as maxed as you could get.
Yeah.
And it was, like, a weird, like, it was it was tight, dude. Like, it was crazy.
That's fucking skateboarding right there, dude.
Yeah, shout out to whoever that dude was that threw that money, because
yeah, Moment.
That's the most money I've probably ever made ever.
What was his name? Calvin?
They were trying to explain to me. I was like, so how does this work? They're like, yeah, you got to get like a 1099 tax write-off or something. Or I was like, I have no idea. They're like, yeah, if you make $5,000, like, I ain't going to make $5,000 this year for sure. Like, you know, or, I don't know how they explained it. I was
that's
like,
cash. You don't tell anybody about that.
Yeah. No, the first one was like that. The second one, they 1099'd it or some shit. Yeah, I had to sign a form and everything to get that money.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know. I still don't know. Like in 10 years, 8 years later.
I don't think you got to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, this is a long time ago, but that was pretty tight.
Yeah, dude, Epic.
I think I've won $0 ever since then, and $0 before.
I mean, unless you're going to fucking Street League and shit, like.
Yeah. So like, what? So, did you want to get into the Bangin?
Yeah, dude, let's watch that.
Yeah. So the Bangin.
This is okay. So this was actually done by the Barracks?
Yeah. So, like, so right before, it was, like, they were advertising and hyping, like, Bang Yourself 1, I think it was. No. This is Bang Yourself 3. This is Bang Yourself 3. So I don't know what Bang Yourself 1 was, but I think Bang Yourself 2 was when they had Corey Kennedy won. I don't know which one he won, but it was the one right before he won. And like there was a Josiah Gatlin. He came up off of that too. So it would have been like a year or two, so they were hyping another Bang Yourself. And I wasn't, stacking clips at the time. Mm-hmm. And like I seen what it was. It was like, put your best tricks, your 7 best tricks or whatever, and yada yada. And I'm like, cool. Like I just kind of want to like try, not thinking I'm ever gonna get anything, And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And then like I kept hitting up Alan, like, because I think this is right around maybe the time he was like he was starting to get big, So he wasn't really like I couldn't really like meet up with him all the time and stuff. Yeah. And I would hit him up like, hey man, like you do the banging, like yeah, I'm gonna work on it. And then like it wouldn't go, and I'm like, and then they started like getting close to the deadline, and I'm like, oh man, like I'm not even gonna have a chance at this. So it's like I just want to have a chance. I know I'm not gonna get in. I just want to have a chance. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I was like, oh man, like I don't know, like I'd hit him up another week, like, did you make it? Oh yeah, my bad, I got busy. And this dude's busy though, like filming with pros and stuff. So I'm like, fuck, like can I just go over there or something, or like is there any way I can make this happen? When I want to get it out. And then the last, like they had postponed it, like, oh, we got so many entries that we can't, we have to wait, Yeah. So like I got like an extra week or something. So last minute he like sent me an email or like a screenshot or something like sent, and I was like so hyped, like sick, dude. So he's like, yeah, dude, I even said the banging at the end, everything, like it's sick, dude, like da da da. I was like sick, like didn't even think I was gonna get in or anything because let me just real quick rewind back to about like maybe 2 years before they used to have the slap magazines. Yeah. Well, there was like they picked 10 guys for the finals. 5 of those guys were from like the Valley. It was like Chewy, Skyler, Worski, Adam Emery. Yeah, Tony Patenti from the Bay Area.
Yeah, the one in a million.
Yeah. Maybe another guy or whatever. And there was like 2, like like all there was a guy from Arizona, 2 guys from LA, and like wherever. Yeah. And I mean, I made honorable mentions, but like those guys were crazy good, So for me to make so fast forward like a year or two, like they made it, and only Chewy got in. You know what I mean? Only Chewy got in. So it was like it was kind of like, oh, like. Fuck, I couldn't even make that, and I probably wouldn't even have made the cut then, So, like, for them to be a banging and, like, it was way bigger than the slap was, it was like, I never in a million years would have thought, like, I would have made it. So, like, I would see them post, like, yeah, we just got through the top 50, you know what I mean? Because now I knew I, like, had something, like, maybe, like, oh, top 50. Like, okay. Like, yeah, it's so hard to pick, like, top 25, top 25. We still got to narrow it down, like, another 10, like, just, I'm like, okay, whatever, and then like, they're like, yeah, we'll announce it whatever day, and I went to sleep, whatever, bam, like a week later goes by, and like, I get a text from Adam Emery. He's like, dude, I seen your banging, like sick, congrats, bro, something, and I'm like,
what?
Yeah, like didn't even know what he was talking about, to be honest. I was like, okay,
seen my banging,
like I don't know what he was talking about, but like I was like, okay, whatever, like cool, and then I was tripping, like, how did you see it, like how did that happen, and then. Like, it took me, like, 3 hours to realize, like, oh, you got to go to the page and see, like, they announced the top 15. Yeah. And fucking my video's up there. And I was like...
Well, let's take a look at it. So, it's a typical banging. We got switch heel down the Johnson 10. Yeah. We got switch front heel down a big, nice little grass gap.
Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite clips.
Switch ollie up and... full cab flip.
I don't think
down,
I'll ever do another.
Up and down a 6.
Yeah, I'll never do a full cab again.
Then we got front salad on a nice Davis rail, nollie heel, nose manual down the kinked ledge.
Manual pad, yeah. Waterfront. This is like a...
And then kick flip, crook, nollie flip on a DIY ledge.
Yeah. Go back a little bit.
And then...
I didn't notice it. I didn't know you were supposed to do like nollie flips out of things a certain way, but when I learned them, I don't know, it's just... I didn't even know I did it like this, but they kept pointing out like... Look at his back foot. It's in a heel flip position.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I didn't realize that. Like, that's the only way I could kick flip out of him. Like, it's weird. Like, I can't do it with my foot on my tippy toes.
Like right there, you can see.
Like, I can't do it on my tippy toes. Like
you land fully with you. Like when he lands, for people who can't, because we're on iTunes and SoundCloud and shit. So for people who can't see it, who aren't watching on YouTube, it's a nice little like 2 cinder block high DIY ledge. like 2 high, 2 long, or is that 3 long? Well, anyways, goes kickflip, crook, nollie flip. But when he goes kickflip, crook, and when he lands in the crook, I'm looking at the angle right here, and you can literally see like almost like the ball of your foot is almost hanging over, like you're about to do nollie heel, or almost even like nollie inward heel.
Yeah, it's a nollie heel sight.
That almost looks like a nollie inward heel because of where your foot's so far. And then he does full on nollie flip, like pulls it all the way back and just rips it. And then here's the SF line at the library with the switch big heel and then big flip down the two sets. Then we got nollie back lip. Kick flip.
Yeah.
And then, what was that?
Oh, yeah. So,
man, that's so much to explain.
This was a nollie heel underflip. So this was just a random, I think I was trying like a nollie double heel. I don't know, it just wasn't really working. It was just like.
Yeah, so it's like a 4 block or 3 block.
This was one of my my flat ground tricks that one of my little secret
nollie heel
tricks.
Underflip.
Nollie heel underflip.
So it doesn't go full
halfway.
Yeah, so it's like almost like Casper-ish kind of.
Yeah, so I'm
because it like goes like half a nollie heel, but before it does a full rotation, you just boop, kicks it right back.
So I'm goofy. So my right foot's forward. I pop off that foot, flick it with my left, and then kick it with my right back over. So I only let it spin halfway and then kick it back with my right.
Nollie heel.
I don't even know where I kick it, to be honest. I think someone was asking me, where do you kick it at? So and I'm like, I don't even know. I just kick it.
It looks like you kick it on the underside of the board, right by the trucks. So right by the front truck.
Yeah, there's a sweet spot for it for sure.
Right by the front truck, right there. It's almost like you use the front truck to stop your foot and like know where to,
Yeah, there's something like, I don't even know if I kick it or if I just touch it, but I can't do that trick anymore.
You can't do it anymore?
Fuck no. I wish. I'm trying to get them back, dude. I get tricks, lose tricks, and like.
Oh, just because it's like one of those. Okay.
But I had them on lock then.
And then your ender for the Bangin is the switch big heel down the triple set outside of Riverbank. Is that Riverbank?
That's Riverbank. Yeah, Riverbank. It's at the Riverbank skate park, but that's like outside of the Riverbank. Like skate park's right there, but
skate park's on the other side.
That's a set of stairs.
Yeah, it's not a triple set. It's not a skate park triple set.
Yeah.
Because I've been there, and it's literally like you got the Riverbank skate park, which is this little tiny town, what a cool little skate park or whatever, but it has like the big wall and the big fence that surrounds the park. This is on the outside, so you're actually riding on a good patch of actual sidewalk. And then you land on some pretty rough, like that's concrete that was like halfway smoothed.
Yeah. So this is east of Modesto, probably about 10 minutes. People want to know where that spot's at because that's a famous spot. I've seen a couple pros go there. Like Baczynski's got a trick on it. I think.
It's a really nice triple set that
Stefan Janowski's got a frontside flip over.
You'll never get kicked out of it.
Oh yeah, actually
you will.
Well, because watch, go back a little bit. I don't know if you could see it
because it's right next to the skate park.
No. See, perfect. Okay, so pause it. That's probably good enough. So think about how much roll up that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to start in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Right.
So when it's common for that, and it's a busy road. So when the sheriffs see that, like I think I got kicked out once or twice. I couldn't try it.
Now hold on. Now that happens. Like at we have a DMV rail, the big flat bar rail that's in SAC.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like we've been stopped by helicopters there.
Yeah.
But they only tell you. They say stay out of the street.
Yeah. See, but they don't know you're going into the street until you're landing your trick. I have to roll up to my trick in the street. So there's you could be grinding it and getting close to your trick, not get kicked out. The second you go into that street, you guys got to go. But this one's like.
Every time
I got to roll up in the street, and there's not that much roll up.
It's less likely you're going to get kicked out of this spot.
I'm not saying it's a bust or anything, but what I'm saying is like it is not. It's not really. I mean, for one, there's fast cars going down, so when you're trying to zone in on your trick, last thing you want to do is worry about cars, and then like some fucking idiot coming down 80 miles an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. It still is a nice triple set.
I'm not saying it's like. I mean, it's. I'm making it a bigger deal than what it is, but I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one, this took me 4 or 5 different trips.
Really?
I had to go back. Yeah.
It's pretty long.
Yeah. I had to go back. I don't even know why I was trying the switch big heel specifically. I'd already switch heeled it, so I kind of had it sized up. And I think switch big heel was just one of those tricks that were clicking at the time. And I think I was kind of looking for like a ender type trick. And this was the one I wanted. So I kept going back, and I think maybe it took me 2 hours before I stuck one the first day. Maybe I only stuck it once, and that was it.
Really?
Yeah, the second time.
Kept trying it?
No, like I stuck it once within like the hour, and then like my body couldn't fucking move anymore, you know? So I had to come back like a month later, tried it again, probably didn't even get close, you know? Came back another time when I went to the park and did my homework, you know, tried them down to 6, got them down, boom. Came back, gave it another crack at it, probably got took out, you know, and then I had to come back again. If you notice, it's real dark and like, not dark, but the colors aren't the best.
Sun setting.
It was like when the time changed, so it got dark early. I didn't have much time, you know, I really didn't have much time. I only had like 2 tries left after trying it for like 4 hours. This is literally like everything's already kind of blurry a little bit, but yeah, it was like one of the last tries. I had to really dig deep to get this one, and I remember thinking like once I caught it on my feet, I don't even know how I'm gonna ride away, but it worked out. Like this was a battle, like a big battle.
Sounds like it, dude. It sounds like it's a multi-day battle.
It was like because nowadays I'm not really like that anymore. I miss that about like my old self. It's like
the determination.
Yeah, like I used to be like almost scared to go to it, and then as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, like I really like I'm facing my fears right now in a way, you know. And so like I used to be more hyped to go back to get tricks than I am now. Now I'm like I really dread tricks. Like I've gotten close to a few tricks lately.
You know
and
why?
They're telling me to go back to get it, and I'm like, fuck.
You know why?
No.
Because of the recovery time is so much worse now.
Yeah, well,
that you're like as you get older, you're like the less likely you are to want to recover.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, I had a big injury. So even this was like in my early 20s. Well, I think I hurt myself like right before I turned 21 or something, right? Okay. So this is this is pre-20. This is pre that time. So like I was a whole different skater before then. You know, I mean, I'd sprained my ankle a bunch of times. But so this came out, the Bangin came out, right? That's why I wanted to get to the Bangin and talk about my injury. And so Bangin came out, I don't know, I can't remember. It was like August, September time. So like it was a real big buzz, you know. I would go places, oh, Bangin, dude, you're the Bangin. Like I was like real tripping. Like it was to me it felt like I wear that like with pride kind of, you know what I mean? Like that's a big thing for me, you know what I mean? And so, so there was a contest coming up, Damn Am. So I felt like, oh, this is my time to really try to get my name out there. And like, I really want to push skateboarding as far as I can now. I know I got the confidence. I got people, you know.
You got the talent.
Barrick said I made top 15. They seen thousands of videos. I don't know how many there was, but like it really, really sparked like a motivation in me, you know. So Damn Am was coming up. It was the first Damn Am at Woodward West. So I ended up getting in through Street Science. They hooked it up. I wasn't really riding for them, but they still backed me. You know what I mean?
They recognized.
Yeah. So like I was real hyped. Thank you to them. They kind of like faked it that I rode for Osiris through them or some shit like that. So
whatever.
I had to buy a pair of Osirises to skate. You know, just so like in case they asked. You know, sponsored by Osiris, riding some S's or something or Nikes. Yeah. So I ended up going to the contest and like I was and by this time the DGK skate shop flow had already faded away. Yeah. So like I wasn't riding DGKs. I was actually getting like boards from 4141.
Oh yeah, Rob.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah. So like you know, it was like
I'm trying to get him on the show. He's got stories for days. Dude.
Yeah. So like at the time it was like I was kind of like looking for sponsors, but then I felt like once that this Bangin happened, it was like all the chips are in my corner now. You know what I mean? Like this is where I need to be. So went to Damn Am. Had my line down, everything, right? Like, it was like skate one day, whoever skates that day, the next day, whoever skates that day. I was the second day. So the first day, you know, I'm practicing, getting my shit down, trying to figure out my line. I got it, you know. I'm dialed in. Yeah. I'm pretty hyped on it. You know, I got a banger beginning trick, like, had it all mapped out. Sick, right? Skate park was, like, kind of to my skating. Like, I think I could really, I wanted to see where I'd stand, you know? Like, if I could get it, you know, for one, if I could land my shit against the pressure, and for two, like, if I did, how they seen me, you know, like, Louis Lopez is there, fucking, you know, all these, Trevor Colden was coming up at the time, there was all these rippers there, and I'm just like, I kind of almost felt like maybe they had a few people had recognized my face from the Bangin or something, so like I felt like I belonged, you know, like I earned my right to be here, you know what I mean, like as far as like those elite guys, like maybe, you know, Dude, second day, I gotta be the first heat. One of the first heats, fourth guy in, first heat, first, everything. Boom, 11 o'clock. Like, all right, yeah, we're gonna skate. We're gonna start skating in 10 minutes. All right, blah, 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 Gonna start the contest in 10 minutes. All right, we're gonna start in 5 minutes. Dude, it's like 20 minutes later. All right, we're gonna start in like right now in like 2 minutes. Like
sounds like a skate contest.
10 minutes later, like, all right, yeah, we're about to get it started. And like the whole time, there's this rail. I'm like, all right, dude, I got nollie 50s on it all day. It's my trick. Nollie 5.0s on it too, but nollie 50 is the beginning, nollie 5.0 the end, at the end of my run. Okay? But damn, I got a nollie front salad. Do I go in with all my marbles? I did a nollie front salad the day before, but it was like 7th try, So I'm sitting there like, man, okay, but maybe if I just try another one, I'll just get one out of the way. It'll probably be 2nd try if I just try one now. No. Just going back and forth. At the same time, I can't try because it's a fucking zoo. Madhouse. So I'm like, all right, well, then they say, like, everybody had already gotten over and burnt themselves out from skating for so long, from 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So, like, it got clear. And I'm like, oh, dude, they're about to start the contest. Like, this is my time to try it. And, like, that morning I went, I had forgot, like, first thing I did is I front boarded it. Super slick. Slipped out. The days I was skating it the day before, it was, like, grabbing a little the way I like it. Boom. This day, front board, like super slick, like whoo. Totally forgot about it just because all the mayhem and all this, my run, right? So I'm sitting there like, all right, let me try this. Should I try it? No. Last second, it was clear. Oh, let me try this nollie front salad down the rail real quick. Get in it. Right when I get in, it's like, I get in it let me explain this. Okay, so camera is for the people that could see. The rail's kind of steep. I get in the nollie front salad, right? The second I get in, you have to put a lot of pressure, get in the trick. Dude, slips so bad. All the way down.
So for people who can't see, he's showing that as soon as he gets on, like nollie pops in, gets in the front.
Second it locks in.
As soon as the back truck hits, it just
so far behind it and the board's so far in front of me, right? And I'm like, in my head, I had this conversation with me in like a 0.05 of a second. I was like, if this is a contest, I got to stick this and hold on to this. Like, if this was in my run, I really got to understand because it has to be safety for me. Like, it's got to feel good. I'll catch tricks and kick them out. Perfect. And, like, I got it. I'm just super safe.
Yeah.
And, like, that one, I had to train myself to be, like, super gnar. Like, fuck it. We're going to fucking go for it. So then sure enough, my feet stayed on the board. Bam. I'm trying to gain control back because I'm so far leaned back that I already ran out of time. And now, like, I'm ready. It was so slick, I didn't even feel myself on the rail. Now I'm ready, like, hitting the ground in a full, like, front blunt, like a blunt. Like, you ever you ever did a blunt in a mini ramp and then pop it in?
Yeah.
Like, how much weight it's back? Yeah. That's what it was. Like, full, bam, wheels on the ground, tail on the ground, foot is straight, my toes go and touch my shin almost. That's what happened. It didn't roll. It didn't sprain this way. It's like my leg locked up and my toes touched my shin. I don't know how to explain it. I've never even like.
That's a pretty good way to explain it. That your toes touched your shin.
But I don't even know how that's physically possible in that position. You know what I mean? Like
if you break your ankle.
It did. I don't know if it broke or not, but bam, that happened. So I'm like, it happens and it makes me like almost do a front flip like to like the bail.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? I did not sprain. Couldn't realize. I just knew my ankle was like. Bam, like, oh, shit, what did I just do? I got to skate right now. Like, uh-oh, like, dude, no, like, what's happening? So I go, like, did the same thing I did at Epic, thinking, oh, it's going to be one of those epic days. Like, I got to tie my shoe up super tight, have a little high-top shoe, tie it up, like, it'll be all right. Fucking tied it, triple tight. Tried to kickflip, dude. The gnarliest pain I've ever felt in my life. Just so bad, and I'm tripping, like, flipping out, like going away from people, like in the back, like, oh, like, flip, okay, what's going on, like trying to move, and it was so bad, and first skater up, you're skating right now, bam, dude, skating, like, dude, what am I doing right now, it went by so fast, Alex Lopez, come to the front, it's not,
it's time for your run.
Yeah.
Time for your run.
I went in some weird pilot mode and just went out there and, like, had my, like, kind of, like, had my head down, but, like, not even nervous, just more like I'm so fucked. Like, I went out of body experience. Like, contests don't even matter.
Were you still skating?
I just didn't want to look like a fucking idiot on the board. But I didn't, you know what I mean? So, like, I also didn't want to be like, oh, I can't skate. My ankle's fucked up, you know? So, like, I went out there and gave him the little, like, all right, yeah, I'm going to skate. So, like, I was supposed to do a kickflip down the bank and then a nollie back 50 on this ledge right after. I went to go bend down. Not happening. I just did an ollie. Ollied into the bank. I was like, oh, my foot hurts so bad. I'm like, okay, I got to nollie up this thing right now and get in the ledge. Nollied back 50, this ledge, get up on. I'm like, I'm in. It slips to like a feeble as it goes down. I still land it. When I land, I'm just, oh, what the fuck? And I like try to do this like no stall pivot on this bank and like slid like halfway down in like a 90 position, like contest maked it. And then like I tried to do this trick on this little rail right after, and it was like, couldn't even pop my board, and they're like, all right, like, I forgot, and so I'm like, all right, I gotta go for my ender now, like, which is the nollie 50 on the rail. It's no longer the nollie front salad or nollie 5-0, but it's an attempted nollie 50, I don't know what else I can't front, like, I felt like a nollie, I'd be able to, I don't know. So, like, I try it, like, not eat shit, but it looks like I kind of aged. I just, like, board didn't pop. I, like, soap grinded the rail kind of and fell. And then they're like, 10 seconds or something, and I'm just like,
done.
Give the hand wave, like, all right. And then I go up to the dude and I tell him, like, hey, I can't skate, dude. Like, my ankle's fucked. I can't skate. Are you sure, bro? Are you sure? Like, yeah. Ducky had hurt himself like, the day before. He couldn't skate in the contest, but he didn't take a run or anything. He's like, yeah, I just get my money back. I'm going to skate in the Phoenix Am or something. And I was like, fuck. No, I fucked that up. Like, I could have just not skated, saved it,
Yeah.
And then went on. But no, my injury was so bad that that wouldn't have worked for me. But yeah, so like, I fucked up my ankle 4 minutes before the first run of my
possible career.
Yeah, and I was really high because the team managers there. Keith Kirchhoff was there for the America dudes. Like, it was like a real big, like, I was.
Well, that was how long ago?
Fuck, I looked it up. I think it was 2011. It was when
Are you healed?
No.
No, you're still not healed?
No, well, I mean, it depends what you count as healed, but no, I'm never. My ankle is nowhere near the same.
Did you ever go to the doctor?
Recently, I've been getting everything down now, so I never got it checked out until about like a year ago, and so I think what the X-rays say is it's just bone spurs now. It's just a bone spur that's fucking it up, but it was like a 6 months wasn't feeling better at all, so I still was trying to push on my board, do ollies and kick flips, and like, dude, just one little wrong 180 and it would damage it. Out for like another month, and I'll just be back on the board trying.
Well, you probably got something like actually wrong in there.
Yeah.
You probably need to get cleaned up.
Yeah, well, I had I was looking it up and like how they do the surgeries and stuff. They drill like 2 holes in there, like shave all the shit down, suck all that shit out. Like the more I thought it would be like weird ligament damage or some crazy shit. And MRI, X-rays keep saying it's just the bone spurs, but like they're probably bad. But so my problem is like I can't bend my foot all the way down, so like when you like for instance,
you can't go all the way down. Yeah.
What's it called? You do like you have the weight on your shoulders and you squat like a squat when you squat down.
It's called a squat.
Yeah, like my foot won't allow me to go down like that, like all the way. It
so you can't fully,
like 3/4 of the way.
You can't fully compress.
Yeah. Dorsiflexion, I think. I try to look up as much as I can, but the dorsiflexion is what I lack.
And which ankle is it?
The left.
The left. So it's your pop ankle, right? Because you're goofy, right? You're goofy.
Pop ankle.
Yeah.
Pop ankle.
Yeah, so you need to be able to compress.
Yeah, and I've never damaged the ankle before. It was the first time I ever did, and it was bad. Like, I've rolled the fuck out of my right ankle many times.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude, and I like right now, watch.
So was that before or?
It won't work. So like usually I could pop my ankle that way, but like there's a certain way I can move it, and it just pops.
Skylar popped his knee for us.
Yeah, and like it's fucked up, like my foot. And so what happens is, do you know what a hot pocket is?
I'm very familiar with hot pocket.
Well, because I'm used to talking to people and calling it a hot pocket, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're not a skater, okay?" Like it's when you jam your ankle. Yeah. Oh yeah, you jam your ankles, and like, so every time I hot pocket my ankle, just a little bit. Just a little bit. It fucks it. Like it's done. I'm out for a month.
Well, you got some serious damage in there.
Yeah, like I've heard
something that you need to get.
Half the time it's on flat ground, and then the other half is obviously when I'm taking impact.
Do you wear a brace or anything?
No, like it's.
You might want to.
Yeah, but I can't. It doesn't move the same with the brace. Like it's weird. Like I could take impact.
Sounds like it doesn't move the same without a brace.
Yeah, no, but like I've learned how to skate around it, I guess, or something. Like I mean, I could still take impact and do tricks down shit, but it's just it just takes one minor like
put you out for a minute.
For instance, like when I go skating, I'm not worried about getting hurt. I'm worried about hurting my ankle. Me, like breaking an arm, hitting my head, fucking my knee up, or doing something, that'll happen. Like 0.1% chance compared to 99% chance my ankle is gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
And so it's like I've trained myself to skate around like how to land every trick specifically. I don't know how to explain it, but like I just learned to grow with it, and I'm sure it's gotten stronger, but it's definitely nowhere near what it was. And the fucked up part about it is I went and got all those MRIs done. I was going to my doctor saying, okay, go do physical therapy. Like, all right, did that shit. Like, all right, it's not really working,
Well, yeah, because sounds like you need to get something fixed.
So then, the doctor didn't know what he was talking about. So I kept telling him, like, okay, boom,
go to a different doctor.
So finally, I was like, he's like, got me to the surgeon. Like, they were going to check my stuff out and do some surgery. And I was like, yeah, I want the surgery, you know? And seen how they did it. I think they drilled 2 holes, one for a camera, one for the tools. Bam. Yeah. And I was going to go get checked out. I had all that lined up. And my fucking mom's insurance something happened or whatever. So now I'm off the insurance, and I got these appointments made for my ankle.
You turned 26.
Turned 27.
Well, yeah. I'm saying when you turn 26, you drop off your parents' insurance.
Yeah, some shit happened, and fucking bam, that happened, and it messed me up.
Damn, dude.
So, like, I had dreams, like, because I was filming. I'm kind of filming for this little video right now.
Right now?
Yeah. I'm currently,
So you're skating fully.
I got some
no
stack
problem.
footage right now that you'll see some shit.
No, hold on. Sorry to. I just wanted to go back a little bit because you said the injury happened when you were 21, right? Yeah.
Around then, it was
So that was before we met. Through like Epic and all that, like was that before Epic or after Epic?
Is there
were you skating Epic before or after your injury? Do you remember?
Oh, before.
Oh, before your injury.
Yeah, then I think after, towards the end.
Okay.
Is when I started. Like right before the last day. When did it close down? Or maybe it wasn't the end.
2013.
Yeah. See, if I 2013.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah. See, so if I hurt my ankle in what was it? 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2009, 2009, 2010, I was skating the fuck out of it. 2011 is when I heard it.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you seen me in the beginning, you seen me killing it. If you seen me at the end,
I was remember
trying to do a kickflip.
I remember very vividly seeing you skate some of the Am Jams and all the Epic contests because you were one of the few guys who was super consistent at nollie tricks.
Yeah.
And that just struck me as like, whoa, damn, that dude just did nollie 50, nollie 50. Like,
because
hella easy down the 8 rail. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know how it became the nollie, but I knew like everybody had like this pop and like they had this ability to get up onto things, and I really couldn't stand out in any way, or I don't know how to explain. I felt like the only way I stood out strong was that nollie. So
your switch game definitely stood out strong.
Yeah, but like I could switch board side, switch front board,
rails. Yeah, and then the nollie front boards. Yeah,
I'd have nollie 50s, nollie front boards, nollie 50s. Nollie Smiths.
For me, it was because I saw that. I mean, we watched people skate that 8 rail every day. You know what I mean? Yeah. We were there every day. So we watched the tricks that people would do, and we also watched the succession of tricks that people would do. They'd go board slide it, then they'd feeble it, then they'd crook it, and then they'd start trying their, whatever trick. You were the first guy I saw that, like, as soon as I noticed you'd come in, and you're just like, first trick, nollie 50 down the handrail.
Yeah. So, like,
what?
I think it came down.
Wait, has he been here, or did he just got here?
Yeah, so, it's maybe like fighters, how like you see fighters that kind of throw that jab out and size things up, and then once they figure out that size, they kind of know everything.
Yeah.
So it's the same with me. It's kind of like, all right, front board it, 50 it, I got you my nollie 50 in my pocket. Yeah. Once the nollie 50 goes down, nollie 50s.
Then you can do anything.
It's everything. It's everything's bam. I just got to get that little timing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bam. So those tricks are super basic from I don't mean to
super
sound
basic.
not sound cocky, but like so for it's like I thought of it like this. Like in my head, it's like a 50-50. How hard is that? It's like
you just got a nollie
one of the simpler tricks, right? Okay, a nollie is pretty much a simple trick too as well. So the only hard part is you got to get that nollie to come up. You're starting 5.
You just got to nollie onto a handrail. That's the only part.
You're pretty much starting 31.5 inches less than what you're normally used to because you pop towards the end. You know what I mean? So the rail's closer. With the nollie, you go a little faster. You know, it's like...
If you say so.
Well, and also, too, when I learned that I had them, like, for instance, at that Damn Am, I would study the rail. Like, what tricks are going down. And people were doing crazy tricks that I couldn't do. But nobody in any of the runs did a nollie 50, a nollie 50, or it was all a nollie no slide or a nollie crooked grind, I think, or, like, maybe a nollie back. But I really didn't see the tricks that I was trying to do.
Nollie back lips
and
or something.
Every run would have a whatever, you know, a back big spin. Oh, this kid did a back big spin on this. Oh, this kid did the same trick on that. Oh,
tray flip.
Yeah, same tray flip on the same spot, you know. So I really wanted to stand out with, different tricks on different obstacles.
Yeah.
And I felt like that would have been like a, you know. So I always that's why I like that. I practiced that trick a lot because, you know, and I had a really good nollie at the time. So, like, for a long time, I could switch ollie higher than I could ollie. I don't know if some people have that same problem, but something about like you remember how you said, I did the switch hill when I was a kid. Like, switch hill was just so natural to me as a kid. Not switch flips or anything, but switch, like, I would.
So do you think that you started skating incorrectly?
No, not
Have you ever thought about that? No, I'm like legit.
Started skating incorrectly?
Yeah, because you kind of did it on your own. Yeah. You kind of just did it. Yeah. So imagine if somebody was with you when you first got your first board and started pushing and was like, recognize, maybe that's not your strong foot. Push with the other foot, dude.
Yeah.
And then made you regular. Yeah. Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, maybe I was supposed to be regular.
The second I tried that way, I think. I'm pretty sure I tried that way.
No, it's because you tried it late. Because you didn't think about it until...
my friend Scotty was regular. So I knew the difference between left foot and right foot forward type stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, the second I would stand that way, I knew it was like, whoa, I can't even push or anything that way. And then the other way was like, go. It was go this way. The other way was like,
so weird.
What is this? You know,
what it was is you were supposed to be a regular Mongo pusher.
Maybe something. Because it took me, like, when I was a kid, it took me a while. Like, the longest period of my skate, like, what I could remember, what stood out the most was, like, learning the kickflip. That took, I think, like, 2 summers or something. I just remember, like, it took so, like, I learned to ollie or whatever, okay, and then I, like, got to shove it down, and then it was, like, flick the kickflip, kind of, and I was like, okay, that's the new goal. I'll get that next week or next month, you know? Yeah. Oh, some practice. Oh, man, I practiced for a whole summer, it didn't come. Practiced another summer, it didn't come, and it took so long that, like, oh, dude, I remember that first one, I just... fucking sundown, fucking 7 hours that day. Not to mention the fucking million hours fucking for the whole year before trying. That's all I try is the kickflip. And then one try, I know it didn't roll. It was like I caught it. I felt like I was like 7 years old. Caught it, boom, kickflip and rode away. I was not standing still.
You were like, what?
Not a sex change at first. It was a real kickflip, bam, and rode away. And I remember thinking like, oh my God.
That was the most amazing thing on this planet.
You could have gave me $1,000 or to replicate that kickflip, I would have replicated that kickflip
all day.
All day. Oh my gosh. It was so crazy how I just fucking, I'm sure the neighbors heard me. I screamed off the top of my lungs. My mom, what the fuck is going on? I landed my kickflip! Oh, you fucking scared me. You fucking thought you hurt yourself or something.
No, I'm fucking pro, Mom.
Yeah. Look, Mom, look. Like, fucking, I banged my knee.
But
my
then
knee's
from there,
all bloody.
But then as soon as you learn that kickflip, then it's like fucking.
Well, it still took a while, you know. Next week, it'd take another 2 weeks to land one, but I knew it was possible, and then it just came and came and came.
But it's game on with the technique because you saw the mechanics and you're like, I get it.
Yeah, so I tripped out. Like, I still trip out of the idea. Like, when I was, I'm telling you, this is pre-6th grade. It's like 6th grade. Like, my warm-up, right? I'd show up to the park, ollie the 6th there, bam. Next trick, switch heel the 6th there, bam. Then I'd do my kickflip. My switch heel was my warm-up for my kickflip, and, like, for my whole life, I don't know why. Like, it was just a natural thing to me. Like, I'd just go real fast. I could switch heel up and down anything when I was a small age. Like, that was one of the first tricks I learned, and it's so natural to me. You know what I mean? I don't know how to, like, it sounds weird to say that, but you know what I mean? Like,
Well, no,
I tripped more. It made sense when I was a kid, but tripping off of it being 27 years old and like remembering that.
I get it. I get it a little bit because like my switch front shove is more comfortable than any other flat ground trick I do.
Somewhat similar. I can't front shove for shit, but a switch front shove, I can almost Benny Hanna. It feels like I can kick that leg out, like you know what I'm saying, more control.
The very first trick I do when I roll up to the park and throw my board down, I'll go switch front shove.
Now, did you learn that like in the very beginning times of skating?
No, I actually recently like that was not recently, but that was like I got good at those around at Epic.
Okay.
So they're maybe 5-10 years old.
Yeah.
And now that's like the most comfortable trick for me. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I get that whole, some tricks just like work.
Yeah.
You just seem to have a much larger bag of tricks that seem to just work.
Well,
switch
I could tell
for
you. You want to know some tricks that don't work?
Like what? What can't you do switch?
Oh.
Or regular?
Switch,
Regular what?
I can't front tail.
You can't front tail?
No, like I don't know if you'll ever see me like if you want to study some of the tricks
can you nollie tail?
Like nollie half cap, like
nollie into
like a half cap nose, but nollie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I
but
I
not
can't
really.
Front tail.
But that was like
but I
maybe
can
just
nollie
recently
tail.
I've learned.
I can do nollie tail slides real good.
Yeah,
but
my tails and nollie tails are the same though. They're both like real shit. I can't.
Oh,
do it.
Really?
Yeah, there's not really a go-to or a trick I could just throw out.
Because I can't even like if I had to pop into a tail slide, it would be like a burp. It'd be like tail stall. Or it'd be an eating shit. But if I go nollie tail, I could like slide the whole ledge.
Yeah.
If I want and like whatever.
So nollie back tail is like that for me. So like a back tail, that's. It took me a while to learn. I remember being in my front yard trying to learn how to back tail and like on my little bricks. Oh man, that was like my dream trick was a back tail when I was a kid. But to this day, I really can't back tail. I mean, I can't. I'm not saying I can't, but it's like a trick that. I feel like I'm on ice doing it. You know what I mean? Like I can't do it with finesse. I can't do it the way I would want to do it. It's just more like I'm getting away with doing it, And I don't like that. That's, no matter how hard I try. But nollie back tail, I could do okay. Like it's real easy to get up there. I could get it up high things. Because you kind of just lift it. It's like a cheater trick to me. That's one of those if only like I said, like teaching people tricks, I'll throw some trick like, oh, you want to learn a new trick? Try nollie back tail. It's real easy. Like if it was easy for me, it's easy for everybody in the world. You just got to learn this little.
I don't think you could teach me nollie back tail.
I could for sure teach you something. You name it. Like
not nollie back tail, but you could probably teach me something.
I could almost bet money I could teach you nollie back tail.
I have a terrible nollie. I don't know if I've ever.
We could fix that. We could fix that, dude.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
no, it's fucking terrible.
We could work on it. We can see if we can find something.
But I can do some nollie tricks. Like I could do like nollie trays and like nollie backside flips. And, But my just like straight nollie. Like it's weird. I could like get onto a decent ledge for like a nollie front 50.
Yeah.
But if I just like needed to like nollie a gap or nollie like no, can't do it.
You know what's funny is that like
can't do it.
What's funny is I can't really nollie 50 ledges. Like you don't really see me doing like nollie 50 on ledges.
You got to go down a rail.
Yeah, and I've tried nollie 5.0s.
More bonkers.
I've tried to just nollie 5.0 ledge, and it's tricks are different on ledges than they are on rails for sure.
Oh yeah.
So like there's really like I could back nose blunt. Like I kind of learned to back nose blunt on rails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thinking I can do. Oh, I'll be able to do it on ledge. No. Fucking.
No, because a ledge you have to kind of ride the side.
Yeah.
And ride the when you're on top, you're on a different type of top.
Yeah, and then it's fucked up because then I learned I can't back nose on a ledge, but I can nollie back nose on a ledge. And you want to know another stupid one?
Don't make any sense.
You know how people do back 180 nose grinds?
Yeah.
Like back 180 to like a switch 5.0.
Switch 5.0, yeah.
Okay, I can't do that for the life of me. But for some odd reason, when I do a nollie, it's like you just nollie. It's simple. You just it's so simple. It's like you're doing, and people say it looks cooler, but in my head, I want the back 180 nose grind. I can care less about this nollie one. It's like the back 180 one, you can do it down, and this nollie one, you can only do it on a little ledge that you can go straight on with. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then so like there's all these tricks that like, there's a few I do have, but really I just want like a back 3. Okay, everybody has a back 3. I was just looking on Instagram. Shout out to Jacob Photo, but I met him in LA through Ducky. He just posted he did like a kickflip and then a back three. He's like, oh, just learn back threes. And he's like a filmer. Like, you know, he's not really like a guy that's like out there grinding
filmers can skate too,
14 stair handrails or anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just, he's like, yeah, I just learned back threes. And he's got it so proper. And then, like, Skylar was at the park the other day telling me, oh, I seen you back three out of the mini ramp. Like, you could do them on flat. And I'm like, dude, I can't. I try them on flat. He's like, yeah, you know how you scoop it? Like, you'll be able to get that in flat. And, dude,
you scoop it like a tray flip.
I've been trying for like 7 years, and I cannot.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
Landed like 4.
It's one of those tricks that
I've landed like 4.
That doesn't work.
Oh, dude,
like me with switch heels.
I see the littlest kids back three in the hugest gaps. And
physically impossible for me to do a switch heel.
Oh.
It's physically impossible. And I've put countless hours.
Trick tip to a switch heel. You got to align if you look down at your knee and your toes, you want to align those as you bend down. That's how much weight. That's how your body should be positioned.
I've literally tried.
It almost feels like you have a brace on your knee.
I've put real work in, my friend. Real work. Cannot switch heel.
Okay.
Can't switch heel. No, can't switch heel. Gotcha. I've accepted it. Gotcha. Just like you're saying.
There's a few.
I can't back three.
I can't back three. Let me think of another
can't do
one.
It.
Backside flips are like oh man, I could do them, but like I don't do like I really gotta like, you know, like other tricks. I'm like, all right, technique, bam. That one it's like fucked up.
Dude, speaking of technique, there's this one line in your part because we didn't really watch the whole thing, but there's this one line in your part that is so sick, dude. I don't know. It just shows it shows your pretty good technique. Let's see if I think this is it right here.
Pause it. That one?
No, it's the next one at this spot.
Oh, okay, but you're talking about the same. This is the same day, right?
Yeah. This line right here. So he does back big.
That's funny you mentioned this line.
Fakie flip, and then switch heel, right?
Yeah.
Switch heel over a flat gap. So he's hauling fucking ass. And this line just kind of stuck out to me. I mean, I know you've got some really major tricks in this.
I'm so hyped this line stuck out to you.
In this part. But this line in particular, because as a filmer, I understand the mechanics of shit, you know? And you're, okay, so for people who aren't watching, it's probably downhill right here, right? It looks like it's a schoolyard and it's asphalt. Looks like it's kind of downhill from the speed that he's going. You can tell that it's pretty much downhill. But he's hauling ass when the clip first starts and he does back big spin, and then barely a setup goes fakie flip. So like boom, and then he just barely barely even doesn't even move. Like he doesn't move his feet. He just like swivels his toe a little bit to dig in, and then boom. So it's like fucking right away.
The reason why is because it was too much roll up for one trick, and like to do like a back big spin right in that area and then start pushing, it wouldn't have the same flow, you know?
Yeah.
So like I figured because the last one I did one trick. It was a switch front heel and then the front side flip.
Yeah.
So like if you notice, it's like switch front heel, chill. Then push, boom, front side flip. This this one, it was I wanted to get the vibe of like a smashing. You know, I'm really smashing, so it was just enough time for 2 tricks. So I'm trying to hurry up and rush it so I can and then switch. What I wanted to show too is like switch pushes. You know, how we were talking about switch earlier, but I really wanted to work on switch pushes. Everybody has like the Mongo switch push, or it's probably different now, but for a long time, I always liked the switch pushes, like the aggressive. Like
it's amazing.
Like, how you could tell people sketchy switch pushes, like you could tell it's like oh.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to try to make it look like proper, you know. And for this one, you really gotta
that's a good switch push, dude.
See, for the switch heels, okay. See, like for the switch heel, it's like I really gotta dig my feet in a certain way. So there's gotta be a certain relaxed time. So there's
gotta be enough time.
And then like my body's gotta my muscles gotta come back from
settle in.
Yeah, and then it's like the certain way you gotta dig it. And yeah, we were actually already leaving, but I like that you mentioned this line. I honestly thought this was more of like the filler footy stuff.
It is a filler clip, but it stood out to me because I try to get dudes to do this all the time.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm like, dude, smash 2 tricks in there, and they're like, I can't. It's too much. It's throwing me off. Or they try and it just doesn't work. They can't do it. So it's for me to see a skater that's like, look, I can throw 2 flip tricks down at full speed with no push in between and no setup time. Like I'm landing a back big in the exact position that I'm going to do my fakie flip, and I'm not going to like sit there for a second and like dip down a couple of times and get my balance and then do a fakie flip and then settle and then push. No, I'm going to do that back big at full fucking speed, and then I'm just going to huck the fakie flip, settle, then I'm going to push, then I'm going to do my like that. As a filmer, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, when I'm filming too, it's weird because like I'll practice something. I'll be like, all right, like okay, get the feel for it. So like, for instance, if I was practicing this line without the camera, it'd be like back big spin, then a little fakey flip. Okay, but when the camera comes out, something just like, oh, camera's out. One like an extra push, extra time. Pop it a little higher. Like I can never just relax when the camera's out. It's like I have to like bring it all. Yeah, but the reason why I like that you mentioned this because this is one of the first like clips of like getting back on the board where I feel okay enough to film something.
Really?
Yeah, because this is like this is probably a year and a half, 2 years. This is actually probably like 2.5 years.
After your injury?
Oh yeah, I was speaking about sponsors, dude. I keep forgetting about sponsors, but so like I sent like this company called Diligence that was like MySpace. That's how long ago it was. Like I would like keep in contact with them because they had like this sick. This dude just had sick. I don't know what it was. It was just like a sick design, sick clothes, and I just hit him up like, dude, that stuff's sick. You guys are say your skate brand or whatever, and I just kind of bugging them, sending them. I have a lot of YouTube videos from way back when that, well, anyways, yeah, so I'd send him those, and he eventually started sending me some shirts or two, and I was real hyped, and, like, I was hyped to, like, send him some stuff, like, okay, I'm back on the board, here's some stuff, like, I want to show you some footy, and he was like, oh, yeah, your style, like, skating's cool, but, like, you need to work on your style, you know what I mean? And I don't know if he meant, like, style in the way I skated or style in the way I dressed, but I was thinking in my head, like, you're the damn clothing company. You are the style. Like, you should be making, like, I just didn't really get it, but, like, it kind of, like, rubbed me the wrong way. Like, damn, dude, like, I was, like, hyped to show you this shit. Now you're kind of like, oh, yeah, you need to work on your style. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, cool. You're not hyped on this shit. Like, whatever. So then I bagged them, but, yeah, I was wearing their clothes. But it was right when I was getting back into skating, like, back into, like, wanting to go. This was, I think, the first line. This is film. I used to film with Angel a lot. His name is Angel Pimentel. So, he's a really good film. He's the one that got down the filming and shit with the VX. But this was like down the street from his house, and there's a gnarly spot at this spot, and I'm probably the only one to ever see this as a skate. Like, I could do flat gaps, but I can't take impact. So I had to and then the fast pushes, the quick tricks. It was just to make up for like I can't really do anything else. My ankle's done, so I got to really try to sell this. You know, it's like, well, a fighter trying to promote a fight. I was just trying to promote all right, a big spin on flat ground, a fakey flip on flat. How can I make it as hard as it can be? Okay, and then a switch hill. I have that on lock. Like I said, I learned it when I was a kid. That's my go-to trick. So I just smash at it and just pop a good switch hill. Yeah. So it was real. Probably took a few tries.
Dude, you sold me.
Yeah, I'm glad he liked it, because this was one that I wouldn't expect you to bring up. But this was one that meant something to me because it was it gave me my confidence. It gave me my confidence back.
Dude, that's what's up.
Because, I was down, dude. I was after going from, dude, I have not that I'm saying I felt like a celebrity star, but dude, one time I went with my friends because his dad lived in Hayward or whatever. I'm pretty sure it was Hayward, and they have a skate park over there. And I showed up. There's probably only 10 kids, but I don't know who these kids are. I'm 17, just chilling, 18. And like how I told you, I don't know, you had mentioned something, but I was like, oh, I got a crazy story about that. Well, this is when iPods, maybe it was earlier. This is when iPods just came out, the iPod, the 40 gig video or whatever gigs it weighs, 80 gig. And I'm skating the park. I'm not really a show off. I kind of just go and just crooked grind, slip slides, 5-0, board slide, but
just cruising.
Yeah, I'm not trying to just show off. I just like to skateboard, So these kids, they're giving me all they got. I front board this. Oh, he's trying to fucking crooked grind it real quick, Yeah. All right, I'm doing this. Oh, he comes right out. Okay, I kick flipped it. Oh, he's trying to do his backside flip down it, So I sense it. So I'm like, all right, fine. It's 10 kids. It's cool. Boom. I go to the water fountain after 30 minutes. Drink some water. Turn around. This dude's waiting for some water. Oh yeah, go ahead. He's like, oh hey, is your name Alex? Or I'm like, yeah. He's all from series, right? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, no wonder why you're so good. There was a reason why you were so good. Something. And I was like, okay, all right, whatever. So I took a few steps and it was just awkward. I've never been to Hayward. I don't know how this kid would know me. Yeah. So I turned around. I was like, hey man, how do you know who I am though? I'm not doing any crazy tricks. So he recognized me. So I'm like, how do you recognize me? You know? And he's like, oh, like I expected him to say like, I seen you on YouTube or whatever, something or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I bought an iPod off my cousin, and your video was on there, and I was deleting everything, and I seen it, and I kept it, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you have a video of me on your iPod, but I don't even have a damn iPod, let alone like I wish I could see me on an iPod, like I'm on your iPod. He's like, yeah, dude, like, and I was just like, I'm gonna walk away before my head explodes, like. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like another story, a similar story happened, the same thing at the skate park, like way back, even like a year before this. Some kids like Scotty came up to me. He's like, dude, this dude's over there watching us right now on YouTube, like right now on his iPod. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, dude, like go over there. I'm like, no.
No, that's weird.
Fuck that. Yeah. So like all this was like tripping me out. And I was just like so like shocked. And then so he goes and like whispers to all these other kids, like, that is him. What? I knew it was him. Like, and I could overhear it. And I'm just like kind of giggling, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Start right now. Yeah. And like, there's 10 kids out of the 10. There was maybe 2 or 3 that didn't know who I was. And and all they kept saying is, how come I don't know him? What the fuck? Like, and I'm just tripping, like, bro, we got to get out of here. Like, let's go.
Yeah, this is weird.
This is creepy. It's cool. And it was just like one of those, like, whoa, like, you know, and like, oh man, there's so many times, like, I would be at parties all drunk, and they'd be like, oh, dude, like, oh, you skate? Like, yeah, like, you know this one dude? Like, his name is, fuck, what's his name? He has, like, the long hair, da-da-da, like, Alex, like, I don't know, he's from Series, though, like, he's, like, the best dude out there, and I'm like, Alex, like, I don't remember, but, like, yeah, like, Alex, right here, this is him right here. No, this dude had long hair, and, like, no, he cut his hair, like, oh, what? Like, show him a video, like, yeah, that dude, like, yeah, that's me. Like,
that's me.
That's you, like, what the hell? Like, it's just, I've had so many awkward moments where it's like, it's sick, though, but it don't happen anymore, you know? But it's like, at a time when I didn't know what the fuck YouTube was and shit like that, I just figured out how to upload a video somehow. I was embarrassed to put it up because I didn't think people would like it. It was all my little skate park videos, and, like, I thought it would be embarrassing because like I said, all the guys I would skate with, I listened to, like, Morrissey and fucking all these, like, you know, these, I can't even name them, but I'm fucking listening to Keek the Sneak and shit. So, you know, I put it out, and, I mean, people liked it. So.
Well, you're a good skater.
Yeah. I mean, I put in, like, I put in so much time that anybody that had enough time as I did.
No.
And.
Disagree.
Oh, no.
I disagree. I fully disagree.
Because, no, for reals. Like, I could, like, it's not easy for me to learn tricks or anything. I really gotta, it's hard for me. It's really hard for me.
Bro, I've been skating since 1994. Do I need a little bit more time to get as good as you? Because I think I've been doing it longer than you, and I'm nowhere near as talented as you are. So that right there shows you anybody that has as much time as that. No.
But did you also have guys around you that were way better than you?
I did.
Your whole life.
That's why I'm a filmer.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't as good as they were. Because I recognized right off the bat, oh shit, these dudes are good.
Okay, but see now, like, I wake up some days thinking, man, I wish I could have been a photographer or filmer.
You still can, you know.
Yeah.
You know your life isn't over, right?
I kind of do know, but it's like I kind of already sold myself to skateboarding, like as being the skateboard, like a contract with skateboarding to be a skater. You know?
And you can't photograph skateboarding?
Well, it's
did you know that while you're filming, you're still skating? Because like when I film lines, I'm skating.
Yeah, but like
I'm just saying.
Like, I always wake up thinking, like, man, I could have been a filmer. If I would have got into filming at a young age or something, like, it would have been sick. It would have been way sicker to be watching sick-ass shit go down on filming it rather than just being the guy stressing in my head, eating shit, like
it is pretty awesome. I like filming a lot better than eating shit.
Like, if you think it's easy for me, dude, there's a few guys I've been on trips with where they're stacking 7, 8, 9 clips in, like, fucking 72 hours, and I'm literally just trying to get just 5 seconds of something. Like
I'm not even warmed up yet, bro.
It's crazy. Like, and like lately, older, I don't know if it's just me or it was a young thing, but I get winded easy. I can only skate like 3 hours, 2 hours, you know, where like I'll do a session, like I can only skate one spot and then I'm too sore.
Is that you're winded or your ankles sore?
No. See, once there's something, boom, can't skate. Done. Yeah.
So this winded thing.
It's just more like when I'm on the session and like I said, I'm watching my ankle.
Are you out of shape?
No, not out of shape really, but maybe it's more of a. Like, I guess maybe I haven't been able to skate as hard as I used to. Like, I feel like when I was a kid, I probably, I don't know, my body worked different.
Go longer,
yeah, you know, because I've been the same weight since like I think I weighed more when I was a sophomore.
Yeah, but how's your diet?
How's my diet, dude? I don't know. I eat like once a day.
So I'll tell you right now.
Maybe that's my problem.
No, I'll tell you right now.
Pepsi, I guess.
No, it doesn't. That right there, the Pepsi.
Fuck.
I mean, as much soda as I just saw you bring in right here. That right there, in your older age, will seriously slow you down, like 100%. Because I'll tell you right now,
2 or 3 of those a day,
bro. I mean, you said you listen to Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah,
dude.
That carb.
If you're gonna listen to anything that he talks about,
I know
the amount of sugar that's in that soda that you just drank. Is going to slow you down way worse than anything else you could possibly do in your life.
I do want to get in like shape and stuff. That's something I've been wanting to work on.
Stop drinking soda.
I do want to stop drinking soda, but it's like, okay, I'll say
it's
that,
so delicious.
Right? Like, I'll stop drinking soda, and then it's the same routine when I walk into the liquor store. There's a liquor store at every corner. Before I even know it, I'm a zombie already in. Grab the white cup, boom, ice, boom. Like, all right, I'm not gonna drink soda. Like I told myself before I walked in, and my body's already doing it. And it's like I'm putting the lid on. Like, oh, what am I doing? I thought I wasn't gonna drink soda today. Like, well, let me just empty this out and put it back. And then the people at the store are gonna look at me weird.
Then you just go buy water. Go buy a water bottle.
Dude, I'm skating from my house to the store to the skate park with a 32-ounce soda and a water in my hand.
How about you just bring a water from home? That way you don't have to go to the liquor store.
Because then I get so dehydrated so fast that I'm drinking water and I get so full off the water. Because I will down water. You give me a water bottle right now, it won't last 4 seconds, and then I'll probably ask you for another one. Like right now, you give me a water right now. I'm not like an anti-water guy. I drink the fuck out of water.
Well, I believe you. I'm not saying
but like there's a certain
that
balance.
You don't drink water.
Yeah, so like I'll
but there is no balance with soda.
Drink a little water. Drink water, soda, water.
So that's not balance.
I know, but. It might be a little recipe. There's
it's
sugar.
Like
every one of these clips has Pepsi in them. Like
okay, but you just said
that's where the pop comes from.
But you just said that your endurance is like damn near gone. Where you can only skate for like a couple hours.
I could see it not being the same as it used to be.
That's the sugar, not just soda, but sugar and all the because
older.
As you get older, your body changes.
Yeah.
And so these were all these clips were soda filled, or you know what I mean? Like you filled up with soda, and you went out there
times a couple of years
because your body was a fucking machine.
Yeah.
Like your body was just like whatever, it could handle anything.
Yeah.
Well, now the parts are starting to get a little older.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not rusty yet, but you're starting to get there.
Yeah. And that's why I do want to get more in shape and stuff. Like not in shape, but the cardio. Like, because I always hear about the Nick Diaz and the
cardio's
Diaz brothers,
good.
How they're all about this cardio and shit.
In my opinion, diet is more important than anything.
Yeah, that's what I need to work on.
Because you could work out 4 fucking times a day, every single day of your life. Yeah. But if you're drinking one of those sodas, a 48-ounce soda after every workout. Well, you'll be buff in your casket. You know what I mean? Like you'll be buff with fucking major medical problems, but you'll look good.
So addicting. I don't even give a fuck about Coke, dude. Like Pepsi to Coke. You remember how they have the Pepsi Coke challenge? I was like, Pepsi's gonna fucking blow the shit out of this.
You know
dude.
What I said to that?
Dude, Coke ended up winning. I was like, no way.
I'd say I'll have a water.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Pepsi. It was
man.
Oh, dude. Pepsi so bad. It's like I want to give it up, but I'm gonna shed a tear knowing that I'm not gonna drink Pepsi anymore.
Dude, I know you've seen the experiments of what like Coke and Pepsi do to certain materials,
batteries and shit.
Like you could drop a nail, into a can of Coca-Cola. Damn, and I did this experiment when I was like in elementary school or some shit. I literally took like I think it was a non-galvanized nail and I put it into a can of Coke for 7 days.
Throw this away right now.
7 days, dude. 7 days. It was just sitting in this can of Coke. And when you pulled it out, it was literally like half of it was gone and it looked like something was gnawing on it.
I forgot about those little tests until I kind of knew.
People are drinking this shit?
I kind of knew, but I forgot about those tests. I feel like throwing my soda away right now. You might have just convinced me that I'm not gonna probably drink soda.
I look at it
at
like
least the rest of the day and hopefully for a while.
Something that I could pour on my driveway and take the oil stain off and drink.
Let me get some water.
Okay, that's legal, but pot is illegal. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can dissolve a nail into this shit, and you're serving it to children. But you're gonna make marijuana illegal. Yeah. Oh yeah, the world makes sense. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then anyways, that's
That's just one of the that's one I never looked at in that way. But I mean, but like I've always looked at it like that's just as guilty as the McDonald's or the Taco Bell.
Exactly.
I just had.
That's the other thing too.
Where can I get real food?
Is the you cook it?
Yes, no, but okay. What's the process? So you have to either go and slaughter your meat, or you have to go to the store and buy it. And then you got to come home, and then you got to spend 45 minutes to cook, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so would you rather spend an extra 45 minutes throughout your day cooking or have 14 less years on your life?
Well, see,
I'm just saying, I'm not a Nazi about this, dude. I'm not like, I eat ice cream and shit too.
Someone that's done research and knows all that would, of course, pick the benefit, the better one, but... Someone like me, I'm getting smarter. I'm getting smarter now, but
you can't play that card because you told me you listen to Joe Rogan. So.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. I'm getting smarter. Like I'm probably 2-3 years in, but the damage is already done. But,
no, it's not. It's not your fault, dude.
Routine and stuff. So it's like.
Yeah, I hear you, and I didn't start getting healthy until a little bit later in life. Yeah. But I was also I started from a really healthy base as an athlete. Yeah. So I played soccer in college, and in order to do that, I devoted a lot of time in high school to being, like no partying, eating super healthy. Yeah. Didn't drink any soda. Didn't drink, whatever. I was like super duper healthy. So I had like a real strong core base of being just a really healthy athlete. And then in my mid-20s, I kind of said fuck it and just I was going through my own problems, and every 20-year-old is, and so I kind of fell off and just started drinking and eating whatever I fucking wanted whenever I wanted, and then after later in my 20s I was like, dude, I feel like shit. I could feel it. Like, dude, I tried to run down the street the other day and almost died. I'm a fucking soccer player. Like, what the hell? Shit. And so that was like a wake up call for me. That was like, whoa, dude. Like, okay, so maybe I do need to do something. It's been a fucking 10-year process of trying to figure out what works for my diet. And I'm still, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do eating wise. But I know that when I eat certain things, I feel better. And when I drink a soda, or I eat hella sugar, or I go to the liquor store and I get the munchies, the late night munchies and shit the next morning, I feel it, dude. It's like, especially in my mid 30s now, and you're in your late 20s. So if you start now getting rid of that soda, and when you stop somewhere, get a water, even a juice, but even the juice has crazy amounts of sugar in it too. Yeah. But just try to stay away from processed shit. Yeah. And that's one thing that we can really push to the younger generation of skateboarders, is that information is out now. Because when I was young, nobody, you know what I mean? Like, it's just nobody told you to eat healthy so that you could perform better. They told you to eat healthy because you're supposed to eat your vegetables. Yeah. You're supposed, yeah. Why? It's fucking, they taste like shit. I don't want to eat that. But if they would have told you, dude, if you eat this, like, you think about how much better you're going to perform tomorrow morning. Like, you're not going to, not later down in your life, tomorrow morning, you're going to feel fucking way better. And you just got to think about that shit.
On that same stuff too, it's like, I haven't really thought too much about nutrition, even though I should. Obviously now that I know it's the soda and stuff. Like, I kind of knew, I just never really I just never paid attention to it, I'm like, I'm still getting clips. Maybe I thought it was just like just a natural thing, but I could see and understand that no, like I really do need to clean up my the way I eat, what I drink, what I put into my body. So but one thing that like I noticed they talk about a lot that skaters probably would even probably think is weird, but like I wanted to get into like yoga and shit
totally,
like that.
Dude. You should.
Like
especially
all this weird
for
shit.
Your injuries.
Yeah. Because I know it's all poses, and I know it's probably it sounds like it's bullshit.
It's
but
organized stretching.
Yeah.
That's just all you got to think. It's not yoga. Just think about it as they're just organized long stretches.
Yeah, and how you say like food makes you feel, like there's times, because when I was going back to karate, like you know, and I think why I picked up skateboarding pretty good is like I had a conversation with my dad one time. He was like, you'd go to karate and they'd tell you to do this little horse dance, you know, and then it was like a natural like skate position for me. So I'd come back and I had my balance. He's like, you get your balance, and I'd see you go out there.
Yeah,
so like that, those two came hand in hand, and like I mean, it was like you had to stretch. Like they had me on this. I hate it. Like, can we not stretch? Like, fuck, what's the point of this shit?
If you don't stretch, you'll feel it.
Yeah, well, I didn't fucking. I didn't have no choice. It was like fucking stretch or go home, you know. So it was like kept stretching. Like I'd stretch my whole life, and then now that I'm older, like I remember I used to do the splits and do this, do that, and like I can't even get nowhere near. So I've stretched more lately, and so like I could feel it. Like there's days where, you know, weeks you're not really pushing it on the skateboard, but like there's certain days where I'm not thinking about skating, and my body is like, I've been stretching and stuff, like it's telling me like, dude, it's getting that itch. You need to go skate. Yeah. Like right now, if you skate, you're gonna have the best kickflips right now. You're gonna be like nollie heels on point. Like you're gonna be on it. Just test it. And I'm like, I'll just be like, all right, like right now I feel like I could skate good. Like in my head, I could see a nollie flip going down, and that don't really happen.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I go, I'm right on point. Same, exactly how I feel is exactly how I am on the board. You know what I mean? And there's just certain days where you're not on the board good. Like, it's just, I don't give a, you know, like, some days my friend's, like, hyped. Like, let's go skate, dude. I'm feeling it today. And I'm not feeling it. And then I go, and he's killing it, and I'm not feeling it. I try to get in the mood for him.
You gotta listen to your body.
Yeah, and then days he's not feeling it, I'm super feeling it. And I just don't, like, I just learned to, like, don't even stress on it, or just, some days it's it. And some days, I've been skating for so long that I just know it's like that, you know? Like, there used to be times I'd get super stressed. Like I said, tail slides. You know, I'm like just trying to, you know, I hadn't skate, you know, my ankle's hurt. I'm trying to get back on the board. It's been like 2 months. And then I'm trying to tail slide, and this kid's watching me trying to tail slide, and I can't tail slide this ledge. I'm trying 20 times, you know, and I'm like fucking cussing it out. Like nothing's working. It's not sliding. I can't figure it out, you know. And then it's like, I just get like, fuck, like, why do I even fucking do this? Why do I skate? Like, why? This is so, you know, just get in my head. And then the next week, I'm on it. I'm trying to switch back tail it or something. I'm like, oh, like, I get it. There's just ups and downs. And really, like, you just kind of got to embrace the struggle days, because then it makes you, like, feel humble to be you know, to have your tricks when you have them, or to skate good when you skate good. And because there's days where you're really not, you know, you're going through some shit. You got to work all day, you know what I mean? You got to pay bills and shit. So, like, you really don't have the time anymore. And then you have time, and you want to get into it. And, like, you know, at one point you took it real serious. It is fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. But, like, knowing what you were capable of and knowing what you could do.
You're telling me, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, like there's always, like, you could always... As long as you stay on the board, like, you could always get it back. Like, I haven't lost really any tricks. It just takes a while to get them back and work on them, you know?
Yeah,
so, like,
it's like riding a bike.
Yeah, like, half of the crazy shit I've done on here, I've only done once, and it's on film, and it was worth it.
Well, not a lot of people could say that, because I've done a handful of crazy things that are not on film.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm fucking old.
Yeah, see, and my brain was like, I'm not going to do anything crazy unless I could fucking get the shit on film and use it, because I'd rather just go skate the park and fucking do some easy front boards and shit, you know?
No, see, when I was doing all my crazy shit, it was literally just me and, like, 4 of my buddies just, like, terrorizing wherever we were going. And it was like, oh, I did something crazy. Yeah. And it was like, oh, dude, at school the next day. I was like, oh, dude, you know that gap that we saw that one day? Oh, I went and fucking skated it. Like, people were like, no, you did. And I'd be like, no, so-and-so was there. He saw me. And then I have to go ask him, like, dude, did he fucking kickflip that? Oh, yeah, dude, it was sick. Like, oh, shit, you did it.
Yeah, I guess that was more on the old school days for sure. It was like that, but, like, you know, and you'd make up a lot of shit too. Like, oh, I did that, dude. Like, my uncle did.
Well, that's why you always had somebody with you to verify.
Yeah,
to verify the story.
He did it, bro. Like, okay, all right, like, so. But I mean, yeah, like nowadays, and then with the Instagram, like, I thought, all right, so I like to film a lot and stuff. Like, oh, Instagram, like, oh, we're just gonna get on the ball. You know, I thought maybe like we were gonna like figure out the hidden gem of, like, you know, making a bunch of edits on Instagram. There's so many kids are doing it, and it's just going. I was like, whoa, like, I can't do this. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Even when it was just 15 seconds,
you got to go like twice a day.
Yeah, like even
you gotta post something like twice a day, otherwise you're irrelevant.
I thought, we thought, okay, we're gonna film all our warm up stuff, and then on Instagram, then we're gonna go film some real street footage or something, and then it became like the warm up was the real street footage trying to get on Instagram almost.
What you got to do is you got to go film your banger, and then you got to tag it warm ups.
Oh yeah,
that's like that's the trick to do these days.
Sold out.
I just kickflip backtailed this 14 stair handrail. Warm ups, bro.
Yeah,
getting ready for the real trick now.
Yeah,
but you're never gonna see the real trick. I'm saving it. I'm stacking it.
So like Instagram, like the whole Instagram thing, it's crazy because like you see so many. I don't like. I feel victim of it because it's like you go to the park and you're going there to try to get your Instagram video, so you're trying to like almost like. All right, like, this was, like you said, it was warm-ups, but it's like I'm really trying my hardest, you know what I mean? So it's...
Yeah, see, I think that you and I are just far enough apart in generations that I don't quite get that mentality of going to the park to film an Instagram clip, where anytime I've gotten like an Instagram clip, it's like I've been skating something and I've been like, oh, this is sick, dude, film this real quick.
Organic,
and then literally I think almost all the skate tricks that I have on like somebody's phone is literally all on somebody else's phone. It's never on mine. Yeah. Because I'll be skating and my phone's not on me. My phone's in my fucking car or some shit, Yeah. And I'm skating and I'm like, dude, I'm hella close to landing this. And someone's like, oh, dude, I'm going to film it. And then they'll send it to me and I'll be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. See, I'm blessed. It's like a blessing and a curse. Never a curse, but it's more like I can't explain it, but pretty much I'm blessed to have someone like Adam Worski that loves to like be up on the new shit, like, oh dude, look at this iPhone, we could film it in this new HD, da 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 da.
Yeah, that dude's crazy.
Okay, and then it's like, okay, and then it's like he starts to buy me into it, and I'm down, like, all right, bam, and then it's like, oh, we got this lens for this, let's try this little iPhone lens, like, boom, and then he's getting all up in there, and I'm like, damn, it does look pretty epic, like, all right, and then he's like,
dude, Adam's Instagram is amazing.
Yeah, so so like I have him like right, like, and he loves to film. So it's not even like, hey bro, you want to film me? Like, all right, dog. Like,
he's also an older cat that's like, kind of he's on the
I show up to the
other
park.
Side of the hill.
Maybe that's what it is. It's like I show up to the park to kind of just like, I'm just gonna chill and skate and see if something works out. And he's just like, I got the camera right here. Just let me know. Yeah. Yep. And then like all of a sudden I might get close to one trick and pull the camera out and I'm like, all right, hold on, let me try to flip into it now. Like, all right, bam, all right. I guess we're starting now, and it's
that dude would be fun to film. He seems like he genuinely enjoys. He just enjoys.
Dude, there's times
the process of everything,
So like, there's times. this is the funny part. Like, there's times we'll be like, film like whatever, and I'll land a trick that I don't think is really that hard or anything. Like, all right, I'll redo it. Or like, how did that come out? He's like, all right, I don't know if I fuck this up or it's gonna look amazing, but like, I know it's one or the other. And like, he'll look at it, he'll be like, oh my god, like, you want me to redo it? Like, oh my, no, we got it. Like, boom, and it'll be like some epic ass like weird little shot that
Did you see the thing that he posted of Skylar after they were here with the tray flip?
Yeah, he did that with me similar before that. I was the original. Like, so did that in my front yard.
For people who don't know what I'm talking about, he looks like he put this death lens like on the ground and had
no lens.
Was it no lens?
That's no lens.
So it was like he put it on the ground, just flat on the ground, and Skylar did a tray flip over him. Right? Is that so? He was like filming the underneath side, and he put it in super slow motion.
Yeah,
it was
but it's something so that would look like it belongs for like I can't think of a good example, but like some type of commercial you see on TV.
Yeah, it's some artsy shit.
Yeah, it would look. It would be a perfect iPhone commercial.
I can see that. I could see that being a clip in an iPhone commercial. You
get what I'm saying? Like, it's at that, like, it's like got this like movie. He went for the movie scene, so it wasn't about like, oh, you cut my head off or the wheels or like, oh, you're just seeing a tray flip. It was like, only thing you could see is pretty much like a board flipping a tray flip, and it's like, it's coming in and out of the frame. The wheels are swooshing around it, and it's like you see the bottom of the board, and then he lands, and all you see is like the trucks riding away with like ankles. Like, it looks very similar to Yeah Right in the intro when they do those epic little close-up shots of like a kickflip and you can see the dust kick up.
They're pretty sweet.
No, Yeah Right.
You're talking about Yeah Right? Oh, the old one.
The intro, they have the video that's like,
oh yeah.
And then they have like someone will do a tray flip and like he comes out of the frame and then he lands and it's like, boosh.
Yeah.
It's all slow-mo. Yeah. It was similar to that.
Yeah.
Kind of on that level. Not really, but kind of on that level.
Almost.
But yeah, so basically the moral of the story is this guy is so crazy, and he's crazy with editing. Like he'll sit there and he's like a crazy genius on editing, and like, so I'll be like, we'll film something, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, like listening to a song, like, oh, throw this song in there, and he'll do this shit in like 3 minutes, and he's like sitting there, like getting the timing down, we'll watch it, and he goes back, edits it, does something, and it's done like that. And I'm like, damn, like we literally go to somewhere, film, by the time I'm in my car and dropping him off back home, he's already, oh, yep, edit's getting sent, like, or whatever, you want to post it right now? Like, don't post, like, you know, so, like, having him, it's like, he always wants to film, and I always want to skate, so it's like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? And, like, sometimes we really, like, have fun making edits, you know what I mean? Like, some days we're like, dude, that was sick, dude, like, but I don't know, like, I don't know how to feel if it's, like, is that where skateboarding's going? Like,
oh, yeah, it's already there.
I know it's there, but, like...
No, it's already there.
I don't even know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like, I don't know. I don't know how I got there. Like, to that point of, like, this is what skateboarding is. You get it now? Like, yeah. So the Etnies video just dropped, and I'm like, that's so sick. There's actually a full-length video.
Yeah. Well, that's
I want to buy it just to, like, show support that people should make fucking full-length videos. And
yeah. Well, Ty Evans is still out there. Chris Ray's still out there doing the thing.
Yeah, but, like, my screen is all cracked on my phone, so... I can't, you know, buying those videos in the whole digital world. Like, I want the real format, you know. Like, I missed that DVD, but yeah.
All right, so we gotta take a break, or
just a quick couple minutes.
Quick couple minutes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, do we have anything else we want to discuss? We could probably just wrap it up if you.
Yeah.
Or do we need to go?
How much time are we on?
It's up to you if you want to. If you want to keep going, I just need to refresh the hard drive.
We could probably just wrap it up, dude. I mean, we've been talking for what, like 3 hours?
Been a while. You know, I don't know how much. Yeah.
Dude. It's like it's pretty late.
I thought that light back there was like the sun still. So
no.
There's not daylight. Okay, when's the sun gonna set? And I'm like, wait, you know what? That might not be the. That might, yeah.
Dude, let's take a quick break real quick, because then I want to hear about what's coming up next for you, and then we'll go over all your. I just want to make sure we hit all your. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back in.
Perfect.
And we're back. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go over real quick. What is next for Mr. Alex Lopez?
Yeah. So what I've been working on, and these recently has been coming out here a lot. So
out here as did to Sacramento.
Sacramento, yeah, because I'm from Ceres, so it's not really nothing going on too much, you know, besides Instagram. But like in Sacktown, like, see, I'm trying to look for. I always try to look for different crews to kind, you know, that are on that level of like, okay, let's go out at night and film. And they got the lights, the generators, and the energy. You know what I mean? And my homies, you've had Jerome on here.
Yeah.
So Jerome
Neal,
and then Austin Padilla. Have you met Austin?
I have met Austin. He's supposed to come on the show, but we keep crossing.
Yeah.
You know, he's a busy dude.
Yeah, he is. That dude's so sick. So. Yeah. I've never been around people that do make spots, you know what I mean? And so the energy he's brought, I've known him when he was a skater, you know, I'm sure he'll be on here. And, you know, he's got a crazy story, but I've known him as a skater, and then he turned to like a filmer. And like when that happens, usually it's like he understands the process. So like he's got like a skater filmer eye that, you know, a lot of filmers do have it, but he has it too. And, yeah, he started working on a project, and I've been coming out here, like, because I just wanted to get clips. He's like, yeah, we're filming a video, and I'm kind of, like, trying to stack clips.
Okay.
But, like, so for the last year, we've been filming tough. And I've been going on a few trips. We went to Arizona.
For the past year, you said?
Yeah, for about a year.
With just Austin and Jerome, right?
Yeah.
They're making
like,
a film?
They're roommates. Yeah, they're like a tag team. Yeah. Like, they're like the fucking, you know what I mean?
Dynamic duo.
They're the Splash Brothers on the cameras, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so they got their own crew, but they got like heavy hitter guys. So
they do have a heavy hitting.
So
crew,
like my
dude.
ankles, it gets messed up. So I'm like up and down with it, you know. And so like when I come out here, I see the level that like some of these guys, all these guys are on, and like, dude, it's heavy. It's like insane. Sacramento, and like there's this underground skate scene.
It's not so underground anymore though.
That's super ridiculous. Yeah, but they're all hungry. They're all fucking gorillas out there. Like I mean like. that's why I get intimidated coming out. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll come out here and I'm like trying to find a cool ledge spot or something. These dudes are going for the biggest rail, cutting off kinks, and and so like I'm around these guys there, so they really spark a fire in me to try to, I felt like lately, like I said, I get hurt easy. I've gotten hurt on a lot of tricks trying to film for this. And it's always on the stair tricks too, and I'll like get close, we'll get kicked out.
Stay the fuck away from the stairs, dude.
I have, but I want them. I've gotten close to a lot of tricks, and so like I have to go back to get them. That scares me, but so I've been lately just keeping it low impact, just to stack the footy. So I don't, I'm trying to get as much footage as I can, and then at the end go for a few bangers, and hopefully I at least have something decent in the video. And the crazy thing is, like as of this point, I have nothing but night clips. Something about nighttime and filming, I love it. And they have lights, and they're down to like 2, 3 in the morning or whatever, wherever.
Well, you got to keep it that way then.
Yeah, well, I've been kind of halfway through. I wasn't planning on it, but I started realizing they're all night. And then like something about the nighttime.
And then you could use like Night Moves by Bob Seger.
Night Moves?
Yeah, the song Night Moves, and just have it all.
I've never heard it.
Oh, you've heard it, you just don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those songs. Yeah, so we're working on that. I don't know exactly when it's gonna come out, or even if I'll have a full part, but I know I have a lot of footage, or some shit I'm hyped on.
Okay, so it's either gonna go into their video, or
I'm pretty sure it's
you're probably gonna get some tricks in there for sure.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a decent amount of footage in it. It's just a matter of I don't want like a minute part or a minute and a half part.
You don't want to mention. You want a part.
Yeah. I'm chasing a part. So, but me having to travel.
Well, dude, you could Mike Mow it, bro. All ledges and crazy, crazy shit.
So I have to travel though like an hour up every trip though. You know what I mean? So I'm always having to come up. It's gas money and all the shit. And then it's like I got to make sure I don't kill myself to drive back. Like people huck themselves, and it's like they could pretty much like hop in the car and they're home in 20 minutes. Like I got like an hour and a half drive, or
their local hospital's very close.
Yeah, I've had my ankle I've hurt my ankle and then having to drive stick home sometimes before or
not
something.
Cool,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not okay.
Just all these little things that it's just a little trickier. Like I really have to come out. And then there's times where it's like real not depressing, but like I don't get a clip, and I just
wasted all that time and money.
I count the time, the money, the board. My board's all fucked up. I fucked up this. Bam! I just wasted the filmer's time. Like, I really feel like I was telling, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get you back, dog. Like, when
us filmers tell you, if we say don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Because that's what we understand, that every time we turn our camera on, we're not going to get a banger.
Yeah.
Like we know better than anybody.
Yeah.
That we've literally waded through mountains of fucking tries and run-ups and fucking fuck-ups and falls, and all just to get that one fucking, I just went through 273 fucking clips, and only one of them had a trick on it.
Yeah.
We understand. So if we say don't worry about it, it's like, fucking don't worry about it, dude.
I'm just hoping that everything comes out good. I know they're gonna have a banging video, so I'm just real happy. Like all I really like and like all that really drives me is I like to be a part of things. You know what I mean? So there's times where it's like I just really want to like just not really rep. Like I just like going out there with being a part of the crew. You know what I mean?
That's why you need to be a TM. See?
Yeah.
See, you're getting older now, and you've got the skating experience, you've got the talent level. So you know what it takes to compete at a high level. You know what it takes to ride for a bigger name company. You know what it's like to film for. You have all these experiences.
Yeah.
So now it's time. Well, not now, but once your competitive skating side, once you've decided, okay, my body can't take skating this hard anymore, so now it's only for fun.
Yeah, I'm always going to be tied in.
That's where it's going to be the shift of, okay, now I want to look for a job with a skate company, and let me manage your team. Let me, because you do have a name. People know you. You know what I mean? You've accomplished some things. People do know you.
I don't know.
I do know because I know you, and I know people who do know you. And when you would come into Epic, we would hear it. Like, we're all skating for second now. So while that might be weird to hear, you are a name. People do know who you are.
Thank you.
And it would be wise for you to kind of try to utilize that, especially if you drop a full part. Boom, that's the time to like start hitting up some people and be like, let me roll with this company. Let me hang out with people and try to work your way in there. Do you work right now? Do you have a job?
Yeah, I mean, I work just like with my friend's moving company, and then I work at this other place at my friend's warehouse where he does almonds and stuff. But it's like seasonal, so there'll be like times where for a month they got a lot of orders they got to do, and I'll be in there, and then for a month or two it's just kind of dead, so it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It works out though. It's just I don't have too much cash, all that much to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not a lot of disposable income.
Yeah, I can't always count on a check to come in, but
you got some time.
Yeah,
you got some time on your hands.
Yeah, I need time to skate because without it, it's like I if I'm working I've trust me, I've worked fucking 9 to 5s and shit, and like $10 an hour, and it's just all the time. The whole time I'm working, I'm just thinking like, dude, I would rather just collect cans and make the same $10 an hour and still be able to skate. Like,
so I have pretty much that same mentality.
Yeah.
And
you can't do two at once. It's just
hard. The thing is you got to figure out what you love to do. And obviously, you've already figured out what you love to do.
Yeah.
So now the step is to figure out how to make money on it. And if you feel like, obviously, the first instinct is like, I'm going to go pro. Well, I can't go pro or because of my ankle or whatever. Okay, well, if you can't go pro, what's the next?
I need a business partner that would do all that because I'm such a nice guy that I'm like,
no, I'm not saying start a company.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying find your way into the industry.
Oh, make money?
Yeah. Find a way in the industry. Go to your local skate shop. Mm-hmm. Give me a job. Dude, even if it's one day a week.
Local Stockton.
Just then that's what you got to do.
45 minutes away.
That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like that's what you got to do to get. Like when I started working at Epic, it was a 45-minute drive for me.
Oh yeah. See, I thought you were just like in the neighborhood or something.
Bro.
You know
Cameron and I both. We literally we tried to schedule ourselves together so we could carpool.
Because if I'm not mistaken, Dylan was a local, right?
Oh, yeah, Dylan lived right down the street.
I just figured all you guys were just
Dylan was the only
next door neighbors or some shit.
Dylan and Jeremy were like the two youngest guys were like the only locals. Yeah. All the rest of us, we all converged because one of our buddies got a job there and brought all of us in.
Gotcha.
So we were all literally 45-minute drive.
Dude, you guys are like
there and back, 45-minute drive every day there and back.
You guys are like the face of that though.
To make $12 an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's something you had to do.
Yeah, but dude, working at a skate park.
That was the.
Come on, you're telling me you're gonna drive there? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna drive there when it's cold. It's hot as fuck outside. I'm gonna put it in AC.
I'll put it to you like this.
And there's just a whole skate park there.
I left a lucrative career to go make $12 an hour because I knew I needed a change because I didn't want to spend my life breaking my back for somebody else.
Yeah, it was still a risk.
That was not where my life wanted to go.
Yeah.
So I needed to make a change, and this change just so happened to roll me into where I'm at now. But it was that act of saying, okay, I'm going to do it. Like I didn't even have money to put in my gas tank a lot of the times to get that 45-minute drive. But luckily I had an amazing wife that was working a good job that allowed me to be able to provide for things that to take that risk. Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't have any kids. You don't have a family to provide for.
No.
So you can take that risk.
Yeah.
You just got to put yourself into it and see where the door goes. Because if you start, let's say you drive to Stockton every day, maybe a couple months goes down the line and one of their reps for one of their companies is like, hey dude, I really like Alex. I've been talking to him like, hey, can he come skate with us? Or I've been needing this or boom, doors open. You're fucking off to the races, bro.
Yeah. I just never my brain has never really went to that level to like, I don't even know where to start with that. So that's why it's never been something like I've thought of an option of, you know what I mean? I've always
now's the time.
Yeah.
Now's the time
to
start
wanted to do something
thinking
with skating,
about that.
But I always thought it would just be like opening up a skate shop in the local town of mine or something.
There's no money there.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, in skateboarding, there isn't a ton of money.
But I was just maybe hoping I could just bring the vibe back of some sort. You know, if I could get fucking a demo at the Serious Skate Park of some dudes coming through town, give them a couple $100, come skate the park, and all these kids are hyped and bring the spark back. Maybe it would be worth it to have all these other youngsters coming up, teach them the way. Because without guidance, there's no guidance in this. If I was if I had a not a team manager, but how should I? What do you call it? A manager to manage how I okay, man, you need to hit up contests at this age, and you need to be over here at a certain age. You would
you needed an OG in your life that had already been through because you had some OGs in your life, but they were kind of.
But we had never cracked the code though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Adam and Skylar talked about it, how they were they didn't really have a model. They were just doing it you know, so they couldn't really guide you because they were kind of guiding themselves, you know. You needed somebody who had like already been through that path. But that's kind of who you are now. So you look at some of the youngsters, and now's the time to return the favor. The other thing about income is, what about skate lessons? You talked about how much passion you have for kind of teaching and instructing.
I've tried to teach. I've tried to teach like someone like this. This one dude was giving me like $20 because he's like, oh, like I wish I could take skate lessons. Like, I'll give you skate lessons. Oh, I'll give you $20 on the weekends. Like, all right, for sure. And I did that to where just like I didn't mind, but it's hard for them to progress trying to learn how to ollie better and like try, like
you go after the kids, dude.
Yeah, well, even the kids,
because the parents will bring their kids to the Ceres skate park.
I've thought of that.
And let them skate with you for fucking $20 an hour.
You know what I thought of? Like being like a
2-hour minimum.
Yeah, I could teach someone that already knows skating better than I can someone that doesn't know skating. Dude, you know what I mean?
Dude, I did it. I taught so many lessons at Epic.
I know.
And literally we charged like $25 an hour or some shit like that. And teaching kids how to push is the easiest shit
Andy
ever,
Roy
dude.
used to do that at Riverbank Park, the local parks.
Bread. It's money. Yeah. Kids will just, and especially somebody who has
it's crossed my mind.
That has the resume that you do. Okay, so you can flash this to the parents and the kid, like, but whatever, and build a little, maybe even if it's an Instagram to help start promoting that you do lessons at Ceres Skate Park, and you're like, oh, this is how I skate, this is what I could do, this is some of my old footage. You want to learn from me? This is what I can do. So come learn from me, and boom, you could make a couple $100 in a weekend pretty easy.
And I did think that the one thing I did really want to do was like make an Instagram to teach kids certain ways to do tricks. So like, for instance, like maybe I'll have them request like, oh, how do you tail slide, or how do you do this? If I don't know how to tail slide, I'll find someone that does, and we'll break it down and like find a kid that's learning tail slides. And just kind of film him, make a little minute, or how you could scroll sideways, a minute, 2-minute video of like, teach a tail slide, teach a kick flip, teach a tray flip.
Braille's already got you on that one.
Do they?
Yeah, they got you. They've been down that road.
On Instagram?
Did it already. Yeah.
Instagram?
Oh yeah. Every fucking platform. Those dudes have it. Those dudes are tuned in.
Yeah. They took they monopolized it, huh?
Yeah, well, those guys are like a couple of skaters that I think either them or they have a team around them of dudes that are just like super super genius when it comes to media.
Maybe what they're really trying to say is that there's such a big market in that everybody's overlooking it, and so they're getting so much of that cake. But once you get a few other blips coming up, that cake starts getting a little shorter.
Yeah, but the Barracks went through it. They did like all the whole Trickopedia thing.
But see,
I see what you're saying, and it's not. I'm not saying that it couldn't work, and I'm definitely not shooting down the idea. Any idea you have, you should try to go with it. You know what I mean? And if it works, it doesn't. If it didn't, whatever,
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's like the instructional thing, like online.
Yeah.
I don't know if people don't really.
No. Okay. Now, what about? I thought of this though. They don't do it for complicated. See, we did go back to the money's to the youngsters or the first skaters, but I wanted to be a guy to teach advanced skating, like more advanced. Nobody, I'm not saying I know shit, but what I'm saying is like, okay, a trick tip on a crook nollie flip, or a trick tip on a nollie back, like the tricks. Document the tricks I'm learning and the tips that are working for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so maybe like, or I don't know. But I always thought of something like that. You know what I mean, too?
That stuff is so hard, dude, because the one thing that Braille did well is that they bombarded with footage.
Yeah, they did.
It's still constant. If you go look at it, it's literally almost...
And it was timing.
Almost every day they post a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Okay, almost every day. And on their Instagram, it's like 2 to 3 posts every day. Just think about the amount of time that it would take.
Oh, I know.
For you to do that.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's fucking mind-boggling.
It's hard enough to get 10 seconds of footage just for Instagram every day.
They're literally, and not only are they making, when I say making a YouTube, if you haven't seen Braille skate, they do like these crazy fucking videos where
the videos
dress up in costumes and then they try to skate different things.
They're skating on laptops, like laptop skateboards.
But they're like they're like talking on camera and they're editing and there's a lot of shit that goes into that.
Yeah.
And to do that every single day, because as soon as you don't do it for one day, your view count starts dropping a little bit on the next video you post. And if you do it every other day, your view count starts dropping a little bit. And if you do once a week, you're going to fucking die. It's just how, if you want to be successful, quote unquote, you know what I mean? You have to just shove it down their throat until they're finally like, okay, I'll follow you.
Yeah. Those guys nailed it though. And it's like, it's almost perfect for what they do. Like most of those guys are real consistent. So it's like, it's easy for them to kind of just, that's organic, I think, to them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it is. And like you said, the timing.
But that's sick though.
They were there.
I actually used to kind of get flow for Orion. I went to their warehouse one time when I was up in like the SoCal area, and he did. I forgot what distribution it was or what little like thing it was, but they did Braille, and he was telling me about like all his like the sales. He's like, dude, Braille. He's all nobody like. Braille sells crazy amounts. Like
just the numbers on their fucking YouTube channel.
So like he was saying like these other companies sell this much. He's like Braille alone sells this much, and it's like way huger number. You know what I mean?
Got like 3 million subscribers or some shit like that. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. I kind of remember when they first started out, but it's like
it was cheesy when they first started out, but they
kept
like you said, they kept hammering that.
I had to do that because you're right. That's like, now that I flash back to that, I just remember it was like I'm gonna look left, all right, in your face. I'm gonna look right, all right, in your face. Yeah, I'm gonna look up, like we'll be sending something up there for you, like damn.
That's what it takes. And that's what you have to understand. Anybody out there, you have to understand that if you're trying to start like a social media juggernaut, if you want to be a fucking social media superstar, that's what it takes. Is you like minimum 3 posts a day, minimum 1 YouTube entry a day. Like you just gotta, and it's 7 days a week, 365. No matter what you're doing, you gotta fucking publicize that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. But so in the future, we'll see what happens. But right now, what you will see is, you will see, I don't know exactly when it'll be released, but you will see
sometime soon.
Yeah.
Sometime soon, we'll see some new footage from Alex Lopez.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, not even look out for me. Just look out for that project that's coming out.
Oh, we're definitely looking out. I've been talking to Jerome, and I told him as soon as anything that you do is done, you're back in the seat, bro.
My part is going to be, like, forgotten compared to the footage in there, dude. So there is, look out for that shit. Yeah, man.
Cool. All right, so let's go. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Is that cool? Let's tell people how can we find you?
Alex Lopez
on Instagram.
Instagram.
So it's Alex and then Propez because he's Propez instead of Lopez.
Yeah, my friend gave me the nickname.
Propez.
That was not my nickname. It was their nickname.
Like it. It's funny.
Yeah, they just call it, and we're like, oh, Propez, because my last name is Lopez, and
you skate like a pro.
Yeah, because they would always like one of our little slang words was always like if you did something good, it'd be like, oh, that was pro. Like it was a skater thing. Like, oh, that's like.
Yeah, we had it. I'd roll by him and be like,
oh, that shit's pro. Like
you pro, bro?
Yeah, no.
You pro? That's what I'd go. Oh, damn, you pro?
No, but like if your shirt was sick, instead of saying the word sick, I'd be like, oh, that shirt's pro.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what I mean? So like, oh, they say, oh, you're good at skate. Like, oh. That's pro, like your skateboarding's pro. Like we'll call you pro.
Yeah, you were pro. So
no,
well, no. Dude, you're pretty close. Yeah, this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to follow him, Instagram Alex Lopez or YouTube, you could just type in Alex Lopez.
Yeah, I don't even use my YouTube channel or any of that.
He has a YouTube channel with a bunch of videos on it, and then he's also got a bunch of videos on other people's YouTube channels.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a few links posted in the description below. We'll have your I'm gonna post your Baby Hooligans part, and then I'll post your full part that we took a little look at, and then I'll also post your Bangin. So you guys can check those out. It's some phenomenal skating. You're amazing, by the way.
Thank you. You're amazing. You're amazing, man.
Just remember when you watch his banging, if you watch that one first, he skates goofy. So just remember that.
Oh, there's a lot of switch on.
Because you're gonna have to like think about it. Because the two goofy tricks that are in there, those aren't the switch ones. Those are the regular ones. The whole rest of the part is all fucking switch. So just remember that he skates goofy, but you probably won't see him skate goofy very often because he is a master at the switch. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. If you wanna find the show about that ender, we're on Instagram, Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, all that, wherever you find your fine podcasts. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, comment, tell us how we're doing. We appreciate it. I've been your host, Keith, audio wizard, Mr. Cameron, Alex Lopez.
Yeah.
And we're out. Here.